Just talk. 24%. What? 24%. Your child is gonna become a pussy. Your child is gonna become a pussy. 24%. What? 24%. Your child is gonna become a pussy. Your child is gonna become a pussy.
One of the more shocking things that I have experienced over the course of those years are the number of young boys and girls who have openly declared their apostasy to me.
24%. What? 24%. Your child is gonna become a pussy.
Hello. My bad. No problem. No. Hello. My bad. Hello. My bad. No problem. No. Hello. My bad.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream today with myself, Daughter of Christ, and David Wood, calling out Shaykh Uthman, who will be debating. He will be debating David Wood.
Finally. Well, all of us remember. I mean, his view of a debate is just calling into a 5-on-1 live stream. That's what he means by debate, right?
That's it. So, so we're calling him out, guys. This is the stream, and we're not the only ones calling him out. He's actually being called out by others as well, which we'll get into. But yeah, so that's what we got going on today, guys. We're going to go over some videos from Uthman. For those of you who may not know Uthman that well, we're going to go over some of his past scandals and talk about,
Oh, that's what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, this kind of setting the stage for the debate on Thursday.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So yeah, guys, we want everyone to have a good understanding of our dear friend Shaykh Uthman.
Yes, exactly.
So people are asking, he will?
Well, he's laid down the rules. So yeah, we'll I'm sure we'll recap all of this as we're going along. But yeah, so last month he issued a challenge to everyone to debate him, all the Islamophobes, he called a bunch of us out by name. I knew there was a 0% chance that he was actually going to debate anyone, like in what we would regard as a debate, like a moderated debate, 0% chance. There's no scenario where he'll ever do that. He only feels comfortable in having any sort of discussion if he's standing in the middle of his friends and stuff who are kind of cheering for him the entire time. He likes that, because then he says something insanely stupid and they'll cheer for it anyway. And to his fans who are watching, the result of 40 generations of first cousin marriage, it doesn't matter. If they hear, yeah, great point, they love it. So it either has to be that, or he has to be on a show where he controls the mute button and he's still surrounded by his fellow Muslims. So the guy, I've never seen him not need a security blanket. He needs some sort of security blanket and so on. So when he tossed out the challenge, hey, debate me, I said, look, there are multiple debate cons every year. Debate con is at the end of January. You want to debate, message James, say you want to debate, I'll debate you. So I did that. He was calling out Sam. Sam said, well, if all you're talking about is a call-in, then call into his, then Sam said, call in my show. So that's what Sam said. So Sam agreed, just said, hey, call in. If you're talking about if a call-in, then call in his show and he'll debate you there. Then you had, they issued an actual formal challenge they sent out to Nick from Fearless Truth and God Logic. They said, we want a 2-on-2 versus you two guys. They accepted, said, okay, we agree, let's set it up. And then they said no. After it's clear he was sending out the challenge hoping they would decline so then he could say they're running, but they accepted. And then it was no, deals off. Inspiring Philosophy said he would pay his own expenses to come travel and debate them. They didn't respond to him. So basically everyone agreed. I can't think of anyone who didn't accept the challenge. We all accepted the challenge. in different ways. I said, hey, let's do it at DebateCon. Sam said, if you're talking about call in his show. God Logic and Fearless Truth said, yes, we will come down to the Dean show if you want to do it on the Dean show. IP said he'd do it on the Dean show. Shaykh Uthman rejected all of it. And then he goes live with, what was it, 3 or 4 other Muslims and said, hey, we'll do a call-in show, which isn't what we would regard as debate. It's just you're saying live call-in 5-on-1 or something like that. But anyway, since that's what he means by debate, we're just holding him to that. They come up with the rules. We just stick with their rules. So I went ahead and told him, hey, since that's what you mean, go ahead and call in 4:00 p.m. on Thursday. And there's no way he will not accept that challenge, because that's what he and his fans mean in all of this, apparently, which they've said, and they regard anyone who doesn't accept that challenge and call in as a coward, and there's no way Shaykh Uthman's going to be a coward in all of this. So, guys, it's a done deal. Thursday, Thursday, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Shaykh Uthman will join all of us live for a friendly debate.
All right. You heard it here first, guys. And Uthman, he claims that he flies every day of the year except for Christmas Eve and Christmas, but he's going to make an exception because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Actually, we're going to review a video that the archive just put out like 5 minutes ago. And
Oh, really?
I haven't even seen it, but it's
haven't
on our topic. It's on our topic.
It's about Uthman?
Yeah. And
wait, is it about Uthman in general, or like
no,
the thing from last month?
It's
the
about
big show.
Shaykh Uthman calls out Christians, then won't let them join his panel. That's what he titled it. So we'll go over that. But before we do, we have a not guest, but a special appearance from somebody that we saw on TikTok today. So
What's his name?
His name, for those of you guys who aren't familiar, Uthman has a lot, like David said, he always travels in like an entourage. And when he's at Balboa Park, he always like 50 deep, and he's always got his people. Well, one of his students, Abu Adnan, is his name. Abu Adnan has claimed that Shaykh Uthman married him to his wife. So Shaykh Uthman was the one officiating the marriage Islamically between Abu Adnan and his wife. And they went to the Middle East. They went to where he's from, stayed there for a while. She went back to America. There were some issues going on with the marriage, apparently. So he called up Shaykh Uthman and he said, hey, can you help me out with this lady? I mean, you're the guy who married us. So
I'm sending you my wife to straighten her out.
And what did Uthman do?
If I recall, he banged her.
Yeah, that's putting it in the way that the Warner would, or the Malik would say it. Yeah,
he canceled the original marriage that he officiated, he unblessed it, and then blessed himself doing it.
Yeah,
that's what happened. So Abu Adnan went quiet for about a year, and did he come back from the ashes?
Let's check it out.
Hang on. Wait, one second. So, hang on.
Yep.
So you're saying Abu Adnan went quiet for a year, like recently? Or before? Oh, okay. And now all of a sudden he posted again? This is from Abu Adnan?
Yeah, this is from Abu Adnan. And he just
okay.
came out of nowhere. Apparently he's working on a documentary about Uthman.
And he ran for some local elections in Lebanon.
Yes.
I don't know if he won, but he went first when this happened and Uthman took his wife. He went on a crusade for like 1.5 years.
It was to the point where people were asking him, when are you going to stop talking about this? And what he said in return was, well, when are the Palestinians going to stop talking about Israel? That's when I'm going to stop talking about Uthman.
He said, I want my rights. He wants his rights back.
Yeah, I think Abu Adnan basically figured out that the Dawah fans do not care, right? When he started off, it's, hey, look at what Shaykh Uthman did. I sent my wife to him for marital counseling, and he banged her instead. Weird kind of counseling. And I guess he thought this was going to be a huge problem for Shaykh Uthman. Like, his fans are going to be like, what? You can't trust Shaykh Uthman? If you send your wife to him for marital counseling, he'll just bang her instead? Oh, my goodness, what a scandal. not realizing these guys do not care. As long as you're thumping your chest and thinking, I'm humiliating the kuffar, look, a hate crime.
Yeah. And what was the other thing that he said? He said, oh yeah, you know the situation with Muhammad Hijab's secret hotel wife, Aisha. He actually was a big supporter of Aisha. So because he felt the injustice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I know how you feel, and I know how it feels that the Muslim community won't support you. So he actually related to her in that. And he's not stopping going after Uthman. Like I said, he's working on a documentary. Maybe that's why he went away. Like apart from the politics, maybe that's why he went away for a year.
Well, what's funny about the politics is that he set up a party, and guess what he called his party? Family loyalty.
Wow. Wow.
So
it's actually good. It is an interesting connection with him and Sister Aisha, and that they both really trusted people. Aisha trusted Muhammad Hijab and his intentions, and Abu Adnan trusted Shaykh Uthman and his and then they're finding out these guys are just like completely evil scumbags who do whatever they want, and they have a community that lets them get away with anything because they model themselves after Muhammad and his community, and Muhammad could get away with anything he wanted, and therefore, but it's still shocking to them for some reason. They think these guys are better than they are.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so here's his video, let's see what he says, and let's see what he says to Uthman. Let's see.
Sam Shimon, where are you? We put a debate challenge out.
Uthman, why are you running from me? Why you running?
Already legend.
Wait, is Abu Adnan funny?
Yeah, he's
like, oh yeah. So I remember seeing some clips, but he was always like clearly just ticked off. So he's wait, if he's funny, that's even cooler.
But the thing with him is like he's unintentionally funny. Like he's one of those guys where like he doesn't try to be funny, but he's like hilarious.
And the joke is usually on him.
Yeah. He even translated it in Arabic for some reason. On the bottom there, he put like the subtitles in Arabic. So
we put a debate challenge out.
Uthman, why are you running from me? Why are you running from your Muslim brother? Because you know that you're not a real Muslim. All what you can do is go after Sam Shimon. For what? To make more money.
Whoa. So we also heard from Malik that the Warner said, it's like someone said that somebody said it's like a hadith at this point, that yeah, Uthman is funded by people. Now Abu Adnan, who is one of his students, is saying he does this for money. So I don't know, maybe there's some truth to that.
Seems like the people who know him best understand.
I invite you to an open debate in public. If you're a real Muslim, you can debate me. We're gonna question your faith into Islam and how you practice Islam. Do you know how to read the Holy Quran? Do you have a master's degree in Hadith? Do you sleep with women who are married? Did you unalive your stepfather in Mexico?
Okay, this is the new one that we never. Yeah,
Whoa.
I never heard this one before.
What the heck?
Yeah,
dude, that's like, you know what that reminded me of right there? Just instantly, it reminded me of Malik when he's talking about all this stuff that the Warner did, and he's he tosses in Sneeko and Adam Saleh and Slim and Muslim Lantern, starts talking about all these guys and all this stuff they're doing, but he shares this screenshot of his message to the Warner, and he calls him a grapist, right? But he doesn't comment on that. It's just he showed a screenshot of him calling the Warner a rapist. The Warner didn't object, and so it's like that reminds me of here just tossing out something like, "Wait, what's going on?"
Yeah, that's how I felt too. It's like kind of like when Malik was saying like, he's like when the Warner goes to restaurants, like he makes people wine and dine him. And then he goes from that to saying like, oh, by the way, the guy's got 9 wives and he does threesomes. Like, whoa, you just went from like 0 to 50 to 100.
You just went from smoking pot to threesomes.
yeah. It's like, hey, he goes to restaurants and then he doesn't even tip well. He only tips like 2%. That's messed up. Oh, by the way, he's a grapist.
Oh, it's funny that everyone is saying what, not at them sleeping with married women. It's that you unalived somebody.
Yeah, well, that's new for us. So we okay. Let's hear it again.
Oh, hang on. By the way, just to be clear, so we've known Shaykh Uthman for years, seen lots of his stuff, Lots of stuff has come out, and we've been seeing from Abu Adnan for a while. Who would we trust if we just had to basically trust one of these guys more than the other? Who would we trust significantly more in all of this?
Definitely Abu
About-
Adnan.
Well, he wants to do an
no
open
comparison.
Yeah, and he wants to do open
Yeah,
discussion.
he wants him to come and defend himself, so that makes him more legitimate,
Yeah.
credible in my eyes.
Yeah, because one of the things that maybe we'll talk about later is the stabbing, so-called, that Uthman, that the so-called incident where he got stabbed, and he was saying that he wasn't willing to share the the police reports with anybody else. He's like, I don't need to share this with anybody else. Whereas he's like, well, let's bring everything on the table. Let's talk. So Uthman's trying to hide things. He's like, oh, if you have evidence that is in your favor, then bring it out. You can if you want to censor your name or whatever, do that. Like your private information, but just show the report. He's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Whereas Abu Adnan is like, no, let's bring everything to the table. Let's talk about it. So let's see.
All right.
Hadith? Do you sleep with women who are married? Did you unalive your stepfather in Mexico? Did you fake the stabbing?
Oh, he said it too.
He definitely faked a stabbing.
Yeah, definitely faked the stabbing.
Did they kick you out of the mosque?
Oh, so that's another kicking him out of the mosque. He did show some documents a little while back, actually. Like this is I think before he disappeared. Some documents where Uthman was on some board for a mosque, and then they all agreed to for him to be off the mosque. Now I don't know the details of that. The papers don't say why. They just say the committee's decision that he's no longer on the board. Could it mean he like moved away or something like that, or he just
Yeah, but being kicked out of the mosque is one thing, but comes after unaliving somebody.
It goes like up, down, up, down, up.
It doesn't seem like that big a deal.
Yeah. So this is new information though. That's the point. New information.
You guys 3 days into 2026.
Yeah.
3 days.
Good start. Good start to 2026, guys.
Yeah.
Did you call the police on a Muslim for him not to pray in a mosque?
He's the Muslim in question, by the way. Uthman called the police on him, and the police kicked him out of the mosque.
Do you wear luxury clothes?
Yes, he does.
To the club. To the club.
To the club.
Do you have 2 Teslas?
Oh, you got 2 Teslas.
Are you being humble? Do you work as a second job other than being a sheikh?
Oh.
Did you beat your wife?
Hey, hang on.
Oh.
Hey, yeah, he definitely beat his wife. We remember the restraining order. But do you work a second job? If Shaykh Uthman works a second job, I guarantee he's a used car salesman.
You know what he claimed? You know what he says? He does something with like medical machines or something like that. Like he sells medical machines.
The technician.
Medical technician, yeah, something like that. That's what he claims. But I guess for Abu Adnan to question it means like there must be more to the story. So. All right.
Okay.
Were you forced to move out of San Diego?
Forced to move out of San Diego. I haven't heard of that one.
Kicked him out of the city.
Yeah, they kicked him out of the mosque in the city.
We cannot talk about it. If you come live with me.
All right.
Oh, I want him to go live with Abu Adnan.
Yeah. Hey, maybe look, man. Maybe we need Abu Adnan with us live.
We should invite him on here. Although when we covered his case before, he wasn't really too appreciative of it. He's like, "You guys are still kuffars," but
he said that we used it for views.
Yeah.
But if it weren't for us, not many people would have heard of his story.
Yeah. So that's
hey, Abu Adnan. Yeah, we reject your religion and your prophet and so on, but at the end of the day, we still think it's messed up that Shaykh Uthman unalived someone, faked a hate crime against himself, choked his wife and so on, has to choke his wife during sex or he can't get aroused, took your wife from you when you sent her to him for marital counsel. We agree on all that. We agree all that stuff is messed up. So
yeah. It looks like he got a new nickname, Ibn Tesla. So all right. All right, let's go through some super chats. God bless you, 2026, John DSC. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. God bless you for the sweet tea fund. Oh,
Thank you. It's a lot of tea.
yeah. We'll have to show you guys her reaction to sweet tea. Gifted 5 members. Thank you so much for that. God bless you.
It's not Sheikh Uthman, it's Shaykh Uthman. Truth make him quiver.
That's true. He does shake. He does shake. Oh, it's our friends,
Demons.
Noradine again.
Demons making us lots of money. Can deny a person information, even if it's in front of him. An illustration would be how background sounds and the movement of one's lungs remain unnoticed until one pays attention to them.
And then he sent another one.
It's called inattentional blindness.
And another one.
Man, demons employ supernatural mind games. They've turned the world into a large mental hospital.
And another one.
Islam is evidence of mass madness, not just mass ignorance.
Okay, thank you to our friend Noradine for his usual preaching on the demons. Okay.
Dawah troll?
Or preaching against the demons, yeah. Dawah troll, yes.
I'll cheer for Uthman so his Dawah friends will look like you. See? Look like you see? Even Dawah troll supported Uthman. Haha, can't wait. Love you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. He needs all the supporting. How do I contact you, John DSC? I want to send a gift once y'all move, but I need to get input from y'all before I make them. Oh, how do you contact us? One of the mods can send you our email address. So we have an email address you can send. But basically, there's a link on Defenders Media for Act 17, and it's set up to where it goes right into all of the ministry fronts with David. So that's actually probably a better link if you want to do that.
Yeah, so there's that link, but also we'll probably do some sort of, because you guys are basically leaving everything behind except for some clothes. So probably going to do a special fundraiser for Giant DOC to get started here once they move. So yeah, just pay attention later this month.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Joseph, thank you so much. Yeah, pay attention for that later this month. We'll look up for that.
But thank
you. DOC is naturally hilarious. Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, thank you.
She cracks me up so much. Jai, you're lucky to have a wife with such a fun, effortless sense of humor. Yes, I'm very blessed.
You hear that, Jai?
I'm very blessed.
Oh, and I was, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see Shaykh Uthman give DOC a lesson in Arabic.
That would be awesome.
We would love that.
You hear that, Uthman?
We love
Come
that.
on, let's reread that footnote together, word by word.
Yeah.
How you thought something starting with "Dear Reader" was part of a hadith, man.
Oh man, that would be hilarious.
But hang on. He has a master in hadith studies, so obviously he knows what he's talking about.
Actually, it was just recently. What didn't he just reference his hadith degree? Oh yeah, it was in that stream. So I didn't actually watch that stream that he did where he called Sam and everyone out and all that stuff. But I watched the when David and IP and Avery and Nick and Thin, I think Thin was there too. Yeah, when all of them went live. And they were showing clips of it. And then I think someone else sent some other clips, but he actually did make reference to his master's degree in hadith, like, oh, I do have a master's in hadith or something like that. So that's what it always makes me laugh when I hear that, because his master's in hadith is so worthless to the point where he can't even distinguish or differentiate a hadith from a footnote.
And there's a line between them. There's a line at the bottom of the page.
He does not know what he's doing. But yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, see, guys, you don't get. He's a habitual line crosser, so he pays no attention to the lines.
That's true.
I was gonna say like the line with the zut.
Yeah,
the line. Yeah. He like, what? I will not stand behind this line.
Thank you so much for that comment and super chat there. Omar says, I had a discussion in my school with a Muslim girl, and she said 1094 is talking about Abdullah bin Salam.
Mm-hmm.
How should I respond? Love from northern Nigeria. Wow. Okay. God bless you in northern Nigeria. Wow, that's the dangerous part of Nigeria. We pray that you stay safe. especially with these discussions you're having with your Muslim friends.
Yeah, be safe, man.
Yeah. So 1094, Muslims will say that it's talking about Jews.
They'll say anything.
Yeah, they'll say anything.
They'll say all kinds of things. Yeah, just so you know, Umar, we Muslims will give like 50 different explanations of what that means, but at the end of the day, what you've got is what the text says.
Yes.
Yeah, even if it's about Abdullah ibn Salam, he would still have to go to the scriptures.
Yeah, the scriptures are the authority there
before him to check Muhammad. So that still means they're authoritative.
What does it say? Those who read. So it's the reading of the scriptures. The people of the book that they're reading. Yeah.
Yeah, and so what the text actually says, Muhammad, if you're in doubt as to what we have revealed to you, ask those who read the book before you. So it's anyone who's read the book before him. If your friend wants to say that Abdullah bin Salam, that's specifically about him, someone who converted to Islam, then what are you asking him about? You're still asking him, hey, does this line up with the Torah? That's so that Muhammad won't have to be in doubt about his revelations anymore. So what's the authority to determine whether his revelations are actually from Allah? They have to agree with the previous scriptures. And since Muhammad can't read them, he needs someone to tell him that they agree. And so what's the authority still? The previous scriptures are the authority. So yeah, that would just be Muhammad asking Abdullah to verify that his revelations line up with the previous scriptures. Guess what? They don't.
Exactly. And it is plural. Abdullah ibn Salam is singular.
Yeah.
And in the tafsirs, the classical tafsir, it says that it's an instruction to all Muslims who doubt.
Yes.
So it can't be Abdullah ibn Salam because he's dead.
He's not around for all times, right?
Right. So it has to be all of us.
So especially for your friend there in Nigeria, the best thing you could do is just read the verse and just go through it with her again and bring out the implications like David and like what we said there. But yeah, thank you so much for that, and we pray that God blesses you and protects you in Nigeria. We hope to. By the way, we hope to. I think was it Robert Spencer who someone did an interview on Nigeria recent. Oh, who was that? Oh, no. IP is looking for someone. Yeah, IP is looking for someone who can speak about the Nigerian situation like more authoritatively, so he can. Yeah, so he's looking for someone to do that.
I know a couple people. So
okay, he's interested.
I did a show with someone who is working on his PhD on like Boko Haram or something like that.
Whoa.
So he's Nigerian, but also Frank from what is it, Nigerian Perspective or something like that?
Oh yeah, there you go. So look out for that, Omar, and I'll recommend Frank over to IP there. So hopefully we'll see that soon. Can we have the giant DOC face reveal on the holy holiday of Zutmas 130? Would be so festive. It might actually work out for that. Yeah, it might actually work out that's the case.
Yeah, someone else asked us the same.
Yeah,
and that's what we want.
It's actually a frequent request that we see. So that's what we're hoping for, guys. We're hoping. But I'm sure you guys wouldn't object to earlier if it happens. But yeah, that's
I realized, so that's International Zut Remembrance Day 130. Zutmas goes by other names and so on, but annual holiday. But realize I'm debating in the morning on the 31st. So I will most likely be somewhere else on the 30th. So.
Oh yeah, you're debating Jake.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. On the 31st. So anyway, I have to figure everything out. Someone's gonna check with the hotel to find out what their internet's like. But
okay.
Yeah, you guys might be somewhere else, but we can still do the face reveal. So we're thinking we'll have a live stream and different people can jump in at various points, not in the Zut sense, but different people can jump in various points, but probably be a situation where we have to go all night long. You know what I mean?
Not in the Warner sense, yeah.
Might need to go all night long because that's what the Hadith says. They went all night.
Oh, okay. So that's where the all night comes from because he was with them all night long. Oh yeah, that could work actually. because we'll probably still be on a very different sleep schedule. So it might actually work out nice for us.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll
And we
figure
can,
it out,
we can all go live. We can talk about the Zut. We can go through people's various responses and so on.
All right, guys, look out for that. Look out for that. Raymond showed medieval church believed Islam was worse than demons because demons are afraid of the cross, but Muslims are not. Maybe it's not demonic. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so demons are afraid of the cross. Muslims are not. So therefore, Muslims are worse than demons. Interesting. Okay. So, all right. Thank you for that. Al Zutlander. I have not been this excited about the new year since the... What's that?
Bicentennial.
What's that? What is that?
That was 1976. That was so it's the 2-century anniversary of the United States of America.
Oh, I should probably know that. Okay.
Yeah, like next year will be this year. Later. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's this year. Wait. So this year will be what? 130?
Yeah, the U.S. is very young. Very young.
No. I mean, no. This year's 150. I mean, 250. Yeah. So. Yeah, this year's the quarter millennial. This is the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
All right, guys. So we will probably do something fun with that then. Something fun with that. Look out for that, guys. Sabbath Breaker turned ape.
Narrated Al-Zut Talib. Rasulullah says, leave the Al-Zut alone as long as they leave you alone, because only I can handle them winking.
Yeah, I think that's a very authentic hadith right there. Nice. All right, so I saw that the archive literally just uploaded a video before we went live, and it just happened to be on the same topic. So I figured we could just go over it blind. We have no idea what it's about other than what the title says. And I see all the people in the stream that we were referencing earlier. So I'm assuming it's going to be relevant to what we're talking about here. So, yeah, let's check it out.
I gave it to you right now. No more excuses, no more running around. Right now, pull up. We have more than 40 people waiting to jump up here.
Can I show you guys something?
Here's what happened, guys. I was telling Than to try the link and see what happens as an experiment. I said, I'll run the stream. Than, you join and see if you can get in. Than cannot get in, guys.
No way.
Look at this.
Unlike the Zut, you can't get in.
Yeah, so this is a challenge for Sam, for you, for Avery, for Nick. And I think he mentioned some others he mentioned AP, right? And you guys can't even get in.
Well, to be clear, IP told Than to jump in there. Me and GodLogic were on the same page. We're like, we're not taking this dude seriously until he goes through with anything he actually challenges to. So, GodLogic's like, look, you said you would fly 2 people out to debate 2-on-2. You challenged us, specifically Fearless Truth and GodLogic, 2 of the people on the screen right there. They accepted, and then when they accepted, then Uthman backed down and said, nope, not debating you guys. So, yeah, GodLogic has no intention of calling into anything until Shaykh Uthman follows through with that. Me, I was not taking it seriously at all. I made it clear, if you want to debate, let's do it on stage. It'll be a huge thing on, at DebateCon. So, he can do that, but not willing to do any of that. But yeah, IP was telling Than to go ahead.
If you wanted to, though, you couldn't get in.
Yeah, that's the point. So he was saying, hey, what's the process like? And Than tries to call in, and it just says you can't join this video call.
So it was all a hoax from the beginning. I mean, that's all. He was never serious about it. There was never anyone who was going to fly out. It's all just a hoax it was just a stunt from the very beginning.
I mean, what's he trying to achieve? Because we obviously going to call him out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. We've talked about this for the past couple of years now, but as Dawah shifted from trying to convince non-Muslims that Islam is true to trying to keep your followers from leaving Islam, then you shifted from what's impressive to non-Muslims to what's impressive to people who are the product of 40 generations of first cousin marriage. And that's just, look at me, I'm challenging everyone. Everyone's running from me. They're all scared of me. They're not paying attention to, wait, we all accept it and you won't agree. You won't actually go through with anything. They're not paying any attention to that. I know because I heard from a bunch of these guys when I posted, hey, he challenged all of us. We all accepted. Now he says, join him for his live call-in show where it's like 5-on-1 and he keeps muting people every time they started making a point. That's not a debate. That's just a live call-in show. I'm not interested in going on his live call-in show. If he wants to debate, I'll debate. But yeah.
So Muhammad Hijab pulled this same stunt as well.
Yep.
They both did the same thing. They put Sam on the
wait, who copied who?
Well, Uthman copied Muhammad Hijab.
Okay, yeah, because it worked for Muhammad Hijab, and he got way more views on his stream than he's been getting. So Shaykh Uthman said, "Hey, I can make this work for me. If Muhammad Hijab's fans are dumb enough to fall for this, then my fans are even dumber, so they'll fall for it too. Yay!" So Muhammad Hijab did that, and he said he would debate anyone with 500,000 subscribers on the Islamic Dilemma. IP has 500,000, so he contacted him, said, "I'll do it." Hijab backed down. They keep issuing challenges hoping that no one takes them up on their offer.
Right.
But it doesn't matter if you take them up on their offer. They say you back down and you're the one running, even though they issued the challenges. We accept the challenges. They back down like cowards. And their fans are literally too stupid to understand it.
Yeah, so this is apparently their new thing that they're going to start doing. They just like put Sam or Avery or both or others in the thumbnail and just go live. Right. And that's and it's not saying like our stream is titled David Wood calls out Shaykh Uthman. You're calling him out. Right. But this is saying like, look, Muhammad Hijab versus Sam Shimon live. Like this is happening now. Yeah. Right. And this one here, same thing here. Shaykh Uthman versus Sam Shimon, the ultimate debate. Right.
It's a clickbait.
Yeah. So they've they're yeah. So.
Now we get it though. So that's what we'll come up with for Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna follow the sunnah of the Dawa voice for one day, and we'll see how that goes. So
tried to get in. Now all you Muslims watching.
Oh, wait, was that you or on the video?
No, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, that's gonna be confusing. So if you talk in the video, I'm gonna like pause it and think like, oh, David's talking.
Here we tried. We were trying.
Yeah, guys. They tried to get in and couldn't. The Al-Zut tried to get in and they succeeded.
That's a good point.
Fair point.
It's a good point.
Be clear.
I was talking to Than on text this time.
Yeah, guys. Hey, hang on. Muslims, do you realize it's easier to get into Muhammad than it is to get into Shaykh Uthman's live stream?
Another good point.
It's funny because I always forget that I said all this stuff, but yeah, that sounds like something.
And people like make songs and stuff like that about what you said, and you're like, wait, I said that.
Doesn't bother you.
Let it be known, guys. As soon as we got that link, I texted Than on Slack, and I'm like, "Hey, let's see if he can get in." Well, I'll run the stream. You try to get in. Than starts working. What does he find? He can't get in. So, do they really want? So now, all you people in the chat saying, "Go debate." All right, we tried. We couldn't get in. You happy now? What do you want? What do you want us to do?
Any Shaykh Uthman fan who just heard what you said. Well, why aren't you there? Why aren't you debating him? Huh? You're running from him. Why won't you debate him? He's got it open right now. You could debate him right now.
And that's exactly what Muslims are saying on X as well. I notice every time you make a tweet, every time you make a response or something, there's at least one Muslim in the reply saying that you ran from Uthman. That every single one of them is saying that in like every single comment you make.
There's dumb and then there's Dawa dumb.
Yes, that is
And you got to distinguish. But you got to distinguish between those because even a dumb person could understand what's going on here. You have to be Dawa dumb to not see it.
It's a whole different category.
And Uthman knows it too, and Hijab, and they're cashing in on it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they're taking advantage of the stupidity of their followers. Same thing with Lily J. That's what Dawa is nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
They're literally that stupid.
You didn't click the link. Somebody's saying now. Oh my lord.
How did he get? How did he get? I already said make it easy. I'll be at DebateCon next month. I'm debating Jake. You want to show up and do a debate? let James know. We could be there. It's 1 month away. It's a month away.
And me and Logic, me and IP could literally be there right now, but instead he wants to just yap, you know.
Yeah, hear what he said right there. Hear what he said right there. Fearless Truth and God Logic. God Logic showed everything on the screen, the back and forth. We challenge you two to debate. You will come down here and face us 2-on-2. And them saying, okay, let's set it up. And then, no, we change our minds. You will not come down here. And it's like, what a joke, man.
I mean, these guys they actually show the screenshots, guys, of the conversations, and it's literally Shaykh Uthman's team saying, "Yes, we want to debate you, Fearless Truth, Nick, and we want to debate Avery. Yes, that's what we want to do." And literally, like within the same conversation, over I don't know, the course of like a day or something. They're like, oh no, we don't want you. You don't have enough followers or something like that, right? They're like, you don't have enough followers. Like, wait, you just told me that you just told Nick like you wanted him to be on the team to debate, and now you're saying he doesn't have enough followers. It's like, so a couple things that could be going on there. Number one, their communication is terrible, or more likely, they're just habitual liars and can't keep a story straight, and they gaslight you into saying like, oh, we never said that, just lying to your face.
Yeah,
so,
the goal
combination.
The goal of issuing that challenge specifically to Fearless Truth and God Logic, they wanted them to back down and say, no, we're not doing it. That's what they wanted, so that they could say, look, we issued a challenge and now they're running. What cowards. Instead, they said, yeah, let's do it. And then it's, no, you don't have enough followers. Okay, he doesn't have enough followers, but who did Shaykh Uthman end up having discussion with? Random people calling in and AI.
And AI. He literally had a debate with AI.
Yeah. Instead of God Logic and Fearless Truth.
Yeah. But he would have known the followers number before he issued the challenge.
Because he added him. On X, he added him. So it brings his username up, it turns blue, and you can just click it. You can see his name. You can see how many people he's got following him. So anyway, yeah, but we know how these guys operate.
But we will ensure that your identity is who it is before bringing you up.
So now we're going to start bringing people
Mary,
up.
daughter of Christ, you are on.
Mary, daughter of Christ.
Very original name.
By the way, little side note. So he says we're going to verify you're a real person, so we have to see you and stuff beforehand, and then they have an AI on.
Yeah.
What happened to your verification process? You're saying, hey, we're checking you out beforehand to make sure you're a real person and blah, blah, blah. And then they start having a discussion with an AI.
Yeah. Check it out, guys. It's real.
They challenged you, Nick, and Avery 2-on-2. You guys accepted. They said no. And then they eventually said, no, Nick, you're not big enough, even though we challenged you. And now he's just bringing on random people.
But my platform isn't big enough. But the randoms, they must.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. If it's it's got to be someone with a big channel. Okay, Mary, you're up.
Mary.
Hey, we just made that point.
Daughter of Christ.
Avery, you be Shaykh Uthman. I'll be Mary.
We're bringing up anybody. Dog Logic.
There's literally no way. What is he talking
Hammer
about?
time. Come on, Mary. How you doing? Welcome to the stage.
Hi, I'm Mary. I believe in the Bible and stuff, but I don't know which one because we have so many. And I'm super confused about the Trinity and stuff. And I just want to know why Islam is so great.
I got you. Yeah, excellent question, sister. I got you.
Uthman always says that. I got you.
Khalas, my bad.
I got you. It's more high pitched, so like, I got you.
So we believe in one God. We believe in all the prophets. All the prophets were monotheists, followed the religion of Islam, one God. We don't believe in three gods. And we have one Quran that's been preserved since Muhammad's time. Unlike the Bible that's full of contradictions and full of corruptions that even your own Christian scholars say have biblical corruptions.
That is the Uthman script. That is the Uthman script.
God Logic has memorized it from all the Muslims that told him that.
Yeah.
So this is why you should join Islam.
Oh, alhamdulillah. I did not know all this powerful informations. How do I convert?
Informations.
Well, you should say the Shahada with me. You accept that there is no God worthy worship except Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. And really, sister, alhamdulillah, you seeing the truth as clear and as easy as this lets the other Christians know that Islam is really easy. It's so simple. that anyone with an open heart is willing to accept it.
Alhamdulillah. Now I will go out and convince all these other sisters to join Islam because, as Muhammad Hijab says, the revert girls take it best.
He did say that.
Alhamdulillah for that, brother. He's on the hook. Alhamdulillah.
Allah.
Thank you, sister.
People are saying the lady on there sounds like she might have a voice change. I'm telling you, she might be an industry plant. She might be an industry plant.
Let's play some of this Mary chick here, and let's see what happens here. Let's see if this sounds like a plant.
So, guys, Uthman sets up this live stream where Sam is supposed to call in, and Sam, he's obviously doing it in a way where he knows no one's going to call in, but everyone that his followers are expecting Sam to call in. And okay, they're not expecting Sam now; they're expecting Avery. Okay, now it's not. Now it's Nick. Oh, they just keeps going down like all these people that are supposed to come up, but then he tells Nick, "Oh, you don't have enough followers. You don't have enough followers. You can't join us." So he lets up some random person named Mary, daughter of Christ, while they're supposed to be waiting for Sam. So the random person that is what you guys are going to see is AI.
Yeah. And he says, and we're going to verify that you're a real person before we bring you up. And then he brings up an AI. And me, I could already, it's Shaykh Uthman. I know there's a scam involved. I know it. So yeah. I was assuming it was going to be some fake Muslim pretending to be a Christian. Oh, you're telling me about Islam. And it wasn't even that. It was just an AI. they have an AI pretending to be an AI Christian.
I think it's because all the leaks they're having. So like if like that Muslim that they would have had set up, like they would have like fell out with her in like a week and a half down the road.
And then he'd be like, and Shaykh Uthman bribed me to come and pretend I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what?
Let's use AI.
Can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. We got to go AI. Yeah.
AI can't snitch.
And remember, didn't he have that AI debate with God Logic?
He did.
One of his shorts.
Yeah, he did.
He did. It gets posted as a debate between him and God Logic, and it's an AI God Logic. My goodness, what a joke.
That is just crazy.
I want to see from the beginning. I want to see what she came up
I'm listening.
Okay, Mary, go ahead.
Dude, that is a
By the way, I just want to say, so you see all these books behind him that he can't even read? Some of these books are about the hadith sciences and different verification methods that Muslim scholars use. So it could very well be that their verification method to see if it's a real person is utilizing the same sort of principles that are derived from these books that he has behind him that he can't read.
This person told me that. This person told me that. This person told me.
Yeah. So maybe Mary, daughter of Christ, just said, "Oh, so and so vouches for me," and then that person vouches for me, and that it just makes like this endless loop that no one can actually verify. And then he's like, "Oh, that's perfectly Islamically acceptable." Maybe that's it.
voice changer.
That's what everyone's saying.
Let's see.
Hello, guys. How you guys in?
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Not too bad.
They were obviously able to assemble a 5-person crew, right? I guarantee that if they messaged James and said, James, let's have a special debate con that's just Christians versus Muslims. Here's our 5-person crew. Tell the Christians to get their 5-person crew. We'll show up. We'll have a bunch of one-on-one debates. We'll have some 2-on-2s. We'll have a big discussion between 5 with 5 and stuff like that.
Uthman's like, I want a 30-on-1. That's what I want.
I guarantee James would be willing to do it. I guarantee we'd be willing to do it. They obviously have a 5-man crew. So when this doesn't happen, and it won't, why won't it happen? Because they're not actually willing to do it. You see what they're willing to do, and it's a joke.
I tried to join again, and this time I got past that one screen I had, so I was in the wait list, and then the thing just kind of shut down on me. But I don't want to. I'm not gonna say that they kicked me. It's just
kind of odd.
Yeah, you gotta be AI in order to get through, apparently. So that is the archives video, and he just posted that right before we went live. So I thought we'd check that out. But yeah, guys, if you guys don't know Uthman, we just wanted to introduce you or reintroduce you to one of the scandals that he has been involved in. And maybe a lot of people don't know about this one because Uthman has grown in popularity over the past 3 years, and that's when this happened about 3 years ago. So most of his followers probably haven't heard of this, and we don't bring it up all the time. You might hear people saying like Uthman had been ketchup or something like that, but you don't really get the reference. we'll tell you that you'll get the reference on this live stream. That you guys will fully understand why he's called Shaykh Ibn Ketchup, and what's the one Smollett?
Shaykh Ibn Smollett, yeah.
Smollett, yeah. You guys will get it on this one. We'll go through it here. So he's gonna introduce the story to Sneeko, and then we're gonna go over some videos that we made in the past on the stabbing that he says happened. So Sneeko just becomes a Muslim at this point, and he does a library tour with Uthman, and then Sneeko asks him, like, what's this thing about you getting stabbed? What's this about?
I'll talk, yeah. So what was the story of you getting stabbed? What happened there?
I went to my dentist, actually. It wasn't at the park. And I was dressed just like this, wearing white. You know, this is the way I dress in the street.
Stabbed the dentist?
No, so that's the story. So I was at the dentist. I came out downtown San Diego. And as I was going, this guy was like yelling all this stuff at me. He was driving by. I was like, what? I was like, get down, talk
I just noticed something. Never mind. I'll see it for after.
to me, you know? The guy kept driving. I'm like, whatever. So I get in my car, start driving. The guy busts a U, right? He comes after me. So he's behind me and he's talking all this stuff. So I pull over. I don't like to bark. I'm ready to bite. I'm not a barker, right? So I'm like, look.
Oh, he loves to bark, doesn't he?
He's the king of all barkers.
He's the king of all barkers.
Yeah. If he were a talk show host, he would be Bob Barker.
Bob Barker, yeah.
Hey. Oh,
a new nickname. It's a new nickname, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Uthman Barker.
Sheikh Barker.
Sheikh Barker.
I don't like to bark. I'm ready to bite. I'm not a barker, right? So I'm like, look, if you got something to say it to my face. Let's do this, right?
I'm sure Zoot liked to bite.
So I pulled. The guy kept going. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I keep going. I go. Then he goes on past. I'm like, all right, he's gone. I go to get some gas. This guy pulls back. So I pull out of the gas station. I pull up. And I'm like, look, you got something to say it to my face. So this guy jumps out and he starts. And I recorded on my phone because the reason I recorded too, because we weren't recording, it wasn't da'wah. The reason I recorded because I knew that if something happened, the police would arrest me.
Okay, so listen to his reasoning here. Just on his reasoning right here, you're already going to have red flags. So what's the reasoning for why he recorded?
Recorded too. Because we weren't recording, it wasn't da'wah. The reason I recorded because I knew that if something happened, the police would arrest me.
So he was doing it for his own protection. If the police, if it gets, to the point where the police get involved, he wants to have evidence that he wasn't the one who started anything. So you would expect the footage to show who actually started the physical altercation, right? That's what you'd expect the footage to show, because that's what he's trying to protect himself from. Like, I didn't touch him first. He touched me first, right? That's what you'd expect.
Yeah, and then he leaves the phone on the seat.
Yeah, exactly. So that's already a red flag. If you don't know the story at all, you might be wondering, why doesn't the footage show what actually happened?
I'd be the one that'd be like in trouble because they're always gonna blame me. So I was like, I'm gonna record that this guy's coming. So I recorded him, and he comes, and this video's online, and he starts talking all this stuff, and I toss my camera. I go out.
He even says it here. He tossed his camera.
Get into it, and I got him. I punched him. He got him. He was this big guy. And during the struggle, the guy pulls out a knife. I didn't see it, and he slices me. Instantly, alhamdulillah, I was holding his knife. I was holding his hand, so he couldn't get like a good jab, but he sliced me. And right afterwards, when I realized this guy stabbed me, I was like, oh, this guy, So I grabbed his knife. He ran away. I drove myself, and I was bleeding at the time.
To the hospital.
Yeah. So I went to the hospital. Alhamdulillah, I gave the knife, all of that to the police because,
Hear that? Gave the knife to police. Got that? It's weird because police to this day have no record of any of this happening. So I guess he'll blame the Jews or Islamophobes for covering everything up.
Yeah.
He drove himself to the hospital with a bleeding abdominal wound.
You guys will see what he wants you to believe. If you're not familiar with the story, you'll see what he wants you to believe in just a second. We'll show you the pictures. Caliph of ketchup.
if that truly happened, you would have passed out straight away or very, very soon.
Yeah, we'll show you the amount of blood that he wants you to believe came out of his stomach.
It was a stabbing. They had to call the police, and they patched me up. Alhamdulillah. Right afterwards, from the hospital, I went to go pick up my son from school.
Oh, okay. So, guys, I have to show the picture right now. I have to show the picture.
So you get, a normal day, you get stabbed, you get patched up, you collect your son from school.
Let's just show what he wants you guys to believe right now. So he wants you to believe. Now, this is the picture here, guys, and then we're gonna zoom in on it. Okay. But I just want to see. This is what he posted. So this guy gets stabbed. He wants you to believe he gets stabbed, and he takes a selfie. Okay. And then he goes to the hospital, gets patched up, and then he picks up his son from school. Okay. So this is what he wants you to believe. All right. We're zooming in now. And I do want you guys to notice the splatter marks.
The splatters. Yeah, guys, just so everyone understands that. See the splatter marks?
Look at these guys.
Is that what happens when blood is leaking out of a stab wound? No, that's what happens when you spray something out of a fake blood bottle that you get at a Halloween store, right?
Yes.
It sprays. See the tiny little spray droplets everywhere? That is not what happens if you get stabbed in your stomach and blood starts leaking out. Also notice it's like darker towards the bottom. So
right here, guys.
So that's supposedly where the wound would be. Does blood run upwards?
Look it up here, guys. It's very light. It's like almost pink up here.
People are pointing out, yes, the color is too bright.
It is. It doesn't. Fake blood. That's not even good fake blood. Fake blood looks real on skin. This doesn't. It usually doesn't look real when it seeps into clothes. And this, yeah, guys, this is like obviously fake blood.
You know what he could have done too? I mean, I guess he could always fake this too, but he never showed this like dress and showed like where the impact area would have been, and like the stab wound. You know, like oh yeah, this is the rip. Like it would look like a big rip or something like that, right?
Yeah, where's the rip in his clothing?
He could have at least shown that. Like he shows this, so he wants you guys to believe that this is all real blood, and that he drove himself to the hospital. And then he got patched up, like as if you're going to go to the hospital with this amount of blood coming out of you, and you're going to get patched up and then pick up your son from school.
No, they would have had him in surgery and done a long surgery, not just to repair the whatever vessel this was hurt, but also to check if any other organs were affected by the stab wound. They would have scanned him. They would have kept him in like a high intensity ward, maybe even intensive care if it's an abdominal wound like this. He wouldn't be out the same day to pick up his son. Like what?
but what's so guys? If you think about there would have to be some sort of artery that was hit for it to spray out blood like a fountain
and
to get all the way up.
Yeah, even then, it wouldn't be spraying on it from the outside, leaving droplets all over. Yeah, guys, that came out of a spray bottle. Oh, by the way, you should check out a bunch of people. You should check out some of the comments on the people commenting on what that looks like. There are obviously people who are familiar with fake blood, and that's pretty standard in the U.S. When you're growing up, you play with fake blood, and for various skits and so on, we've worked with. I've seen a lot of blood in my life and a lot of fake blood, and that's fake blood.
Yeah.
Looks like thick grape juice, people saying.
Thick grape juice, yeah.
Too watery, yes. Blood is thicker and it's darker. Even arterial blood will be a bit darker than this. This is a bright pink.
And so he wants you to so that's one thing. Like it would have to fountain out because it doesn't. It's not gonna it's not gonna like fountain out or spray out like that if it's just like a flesh wound.
Yeah, but if it fountains out, he's dead.
Exactly. He's not driving to the hospital.
He's dead in a few minutes.
Yeah,
unless he gets emergency surgery within the
So it's
a half hour.
Medically, just reading the situation, it's impossible that this actually happened to him and his story checks out. It's impossible because the next day. He does a video in that spot. He's standing around. He's not sore. He's not like bending. He's not
wincing. And that was the next day.
That was the next day. He's like out there prancing around like nothing happened.
He thinks it's a movie.
Yeah.
And go on, David.
No, that's just this is basically Dawa now is all about attention. Who can get the most attention? And these guys just realized fake a hate crime against yourself and you get a lot of instant attention. So Lily J did it, but with her, it was just a cup of water or a drink or something like that thrown on her shirt and so on. But yeah, Shaykh Uthman here. The kuffar, they got me.
Yeah. So that's like just on that analysis, you can see that this is 100% fake. Now, he also says that he did a documentary or he's coming up with a documentary on this, but I want to go to another.
Wasn't this a couple of years ago? He said the documentary's coming out.
Yeah.
Huh. Still not out.
3 years ago, actually, right? This is
3 years ago, the documentary, because guys, here's what happened. If he had just said, I got stabbed and then I went to the hospital, I got patched up and I left. If that's all he had said, then we could sit here all day long and say that's obviously fake blood sprayed on you from outside. We couldn't. There's no way to prove that. There's no way to prove that. It's just, okay, that's obvious to us. If your fans are stupid, then your fans are going to fall for it. We wouldn't be able to prove it. This giant moron is so confident that his fans will never care if he lies. He had to continue with the story so that he filed a police report. The police have the weapon. They eventually arrested the guy. The guy went to court. He was found guilty and so on. Guess what? People were even journalists were contacting police and the courts. Police and the court, we have no record of any of this stuff ever happening. So when all this got brought up to him, hey, if you filed a police report, where's the police report? If the guy was arrested, where's the arrest record? If this guy went to court, where's the court record? If this guy went to prison, where's that record? Where's a record of any of this? And his response was, don't worry, I'm coming out with a documentary. That was 3 years ago. So all we have to go on for all of this is trust me, bro. And who's saying the trust me, bro? The biggest liar we've ever encountered in our lives.
Yeah. All right. So check this out. Now, watch what he says about the documentary. So even if the documentary were in production in like 3 years in production, and listen to what he says. This is what we have to look forward to.
Alhamdulillah, we're working on a documentary. I went to Malaysia. I met with some people, and we're looking at who to work with. And some of the brothers here, inshallah, we've also been talking about.
He's in the UK at this point, by the way. So some of the brothers here could be Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawa, some of the brothers, right?
And we're going to make a documentary about my life for the da'wah.
Yeah, for the da'wah. Yeah.
Isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? We want a documentary about my life. Like we accuse these guys of being narcissists and so on. And then, hey, I just became famous for a fake hate crime against myself. And now we're going to have the documentary.
Oh, yeah.
And in that, we're going to have interviews with police officers. We're going
to interviews with police officers. Okay. Listen to this.
We're going to blur them, obviously, for the.
We're going to blur them.
Oh, wait a minute. Alhamdulillah, I am the sheriff of the San Diego Police Department, and I verify that all of this is true.
Dude, are you kidding me? I mean, you know that you can hire like actors. You remember we were talking about this the other day with Adam Salah, how he like hired like a fake police officer, like an actor.
Oh, yeah, he's the OG. He's the OG, but he got busted. It's the same thing. He could have done it and gotten away with it. I'm talking about Adam Saleh here. So guys, if you're not familiar with Adam Saleh, he was kind of the OG of this. And this is probably like, I don't know, like 2014 or something like this. This is way back in the day. But he posted a video. Proving that the NYPD, that they're targeting Muslims for harassment. And he said, look, we have video footage. We walked by a police officer in Queens. Dressed in normal American clothing. Here's the video. And they show them walking by a police officer and he just stands there and so on. Then later we walked by him dressed in Islamic clothing. And they walk by the police officer and then hey, what are you guys doing there? Come over here. I got some questions for you. What are you guys doing? Huh? What are you up to? And he like messes with them. And this went viral quickly. The Council on American Islamic Relations got involved and hey, what's this? Why are New York police officers harassing Muslims? It became this big issue. And then the police had to respond and the police responded, that's a fake police uniform and that's not a real police officer. And then Adam had to come out and say, okay, yeah, we recorded that as a skit, but it's something that happens to us every day. So we just wanted to reenact what happens to us every day. And it's like, you're professional vloggers. You guys are always recording. And this happens to you every single day, but you've never actually recorded it. And you had to do a reenactment and hire someone to be the police officer in this situation. So anyway, it was, he got busted for that, but that was how it worked. Hey, let's make, fake harassment videos, fake hate crimes against ourselves and so on. And it works. It works. It gets you attention from people.
So he doesn't even do that, right? He doesn't even do that. He's like, we're going to just have people and have their faces blurred. And he's like, yeah, we're San Diego PD. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and to protect these police officers, we will not only blur their faces, but we will have a robot voice over them.
Yeah, right.
Saying what they, yes, we verify that Shaykh Uthman was stabbed in an Islamophobic hate crime, and we blame David Wood and the apostate prophet for this dangerous attack. And yes, we confirm that this man went to prison and he converted to Islam. Alhamdulillah. And guess what? Guess what? If he were to post that, all his idiot followers, oh my goodness, oh, Shaykh Uthman, he's so great and noble. He's the hero of our generation. Can't fix stupid.
But I've watched a lot of crime documentaries about murders, like the highest crime you can do. None of the police officers blur their face.
That's what I was going to say.
When they say we've investigated this, we collected this evidence.
Yeah.
Since when do you have to protect police officers from danger? They're the police.
They're the ones who are supposed to protect you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what? Yeah, that's serious. Like, I mean, like, obvious. He was probably planning on doing that back then. Just realized it's not going to work because people are going to contact the police department and go, "Okay, where's the records? You have police officers actually," and they're going to be like, "That's not our police officers. Are you stupid?" So apparently he had second thoughts and never went through with it. But yeah, if you are asking police about a crime that happened, why are you protecting them? Police go in court and testify about crimes and stuff like that. They do interviews. They're on the news. Yep. We responded at 10:47 to such and such crime, and we have to protect them. Gosh, this guy's stupid.
And they even do things like bait people, like whether like pretending to buy drugs when it's really an undercover officer, or like a bait car where they want someone to steal a car. So they'll even put themselves out in like, people's like make them think that they're not police officers or undercover police officers. So they're actually putting themselves out there, like wanting you to commit crimes. They want you to commit the crimes in these specific instances. And, to lure some people out who would do something and then arrest them. So he's saying like,
but talking about Uthman's fake stabbing, too dangerous.
That's way too dangerous. They're going to be in danger. And but you'd figure if that is actually the case, that there are some like individuals out there who actually target police officers that talk about Uthman's case. Like, wouldn't you want to lure those guys out and be like, okay, who would actually go after a police officer? Well, let's find out. And let's try to lure them out. But no, Uthman, he's like,
that's what I mean. Who in the name of common sense is gonna, oh no, here's a police officer reporting on a stabbing in a documentary. We have to go after him and his family. Who's that?
Yeah.
This is stupid.
It's incredibly stupid.
He knows his audience. He knows his audience. And that's kind of the takeaway of the past couple of years. And it's the takeaway now, right? Like it's the exact same thing now with, I challenge everyone to debate. Okay. Every non-Muslim who's looking at this whole situation is going, this is like insanely stupid and this guy's a joke. His fans, alhamdulillah, everyone's running from him. So it's only meant to impress his stupid fans. Everyone else, this is like what is one of the main things that is destroying dawah right now is everything they're doing that is only impressive to their like 70 IQ fans is like insanely stupid to everyone who's watching, and it's just becoming a big joke to everyone outside their little group.
Yeah, and so here's one of the videos that we did, and this one was actually really cool because we have a brother that was actually out in San Diego, and he lives out over there, and we actually were able to find out the exact area where the stabbing supposedly took place because of the markers and location markers and identity markers in the video that he showed. And so we actually tracked down the place, and the guy, I'll show you guys in this video here, the brother went to the gas station where this was.
The very next day,
and you guys will see it in the video. He asked the clerk who was there, and she's like, oh no, there was no reported stabbing here. There were no police here, no investigation. And like if something happens in like a workplace,
100%. 100%. They would go in there. Did you guys witness this? Do you have surveillance video and so on?
And they do. They have cameras all over. Over. They have cameras.
Isn't that weird?
So I'll show you guys. I will show you guys. So this is right here.
Their experiences that you go through.
This is the Oscar clip. The Oscar clip from the Shaykh Uthman documentary.
Can you believe the acting? not only does he fake it, he now pretends to be traumatized.
Yeah.
The audacity.
Yeah.
The goal.
You can't undo.
The picture that circulated on Twitter showing that he had been stabbed. If you've used fake blood, it doesn't darken the way normal blood does. Blood darkens and it's spread on your skin. It should be pretty dark.
He took a knife and he tried to cut me.
We have your weapon that's been
Wait, tried
given
to
to the
cut- wait,
police.
tried to cut you?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I noticed that too. He said he tried to cut me. Guys, listen to that one more time.
He took
He
a
told
knife
people
and he
he
tried
cut him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the blood would say that he didn't try to. The blood would say
He did it.
Yeah.
to cut me.
One more time.
Oh.
One more time.
And it's spread on your skin. It should be pretty dark.
He took a knife and he tried to cut me.
Tried to cut me.
Wow.
We have your weapon.
You know, I think we were speculating about this one time, like many years ago, and we were like, okay, maybe that was like a Freudian slip, and that actually is what happened. And then all of a sudden, he was like, wait a minute. I think I can just like pretend to get stabbed and, do something. You know what I mean? So we thought, okay, maybe that was like a little Freudian slip there. And he actually almost got stabbed, but he didn't actually get stabbed. And then like, he's like, you know what? We can roll with this. Like, who's going to know if I really get stabbed or not? And yeah.
Weapon that's been given to the police. A report has already been filed.
A report has been filed, guys. Look at this. A lieutenant, a public information officer in the San Diego Police Department.
Look at that.
Adam Sharkey.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and read it. Thanks for reaching out again. I understand the interest in this story. If someone had been stabbed and reported it to San Diego Police Department, there would be a San Diego Police Department crime case. My understanding is there is no crime case. Regarding an arrest, a person could not be arrested for a stabbing which was not reported or documented in a crime case. I hope this helps.
I hope this helps.
Oh no! Hey, why didn't you cover up his name? This man will clearly be a target of international group of assassins.
So,
and it was really silly. It was like, we haven't arrested it because it doesn't exist.
It doesn't
like
exist.
how they say that again.
By the way, look at the date, October 9th.
Yep, October 9th. And
yeah, September is when they start selling Halloween stuff at the Halloween stores and stuff like that. And easy to run in and grab a bottle of fake blood.
Nice.
He's probably driving down the street, sees the Halloween store. Oh, let me go check out my costume. Oh, fake blood. Hey, I got an idea. This will be really successful.
The detectives are on the case.
Oh man, these videos were so fun to make.
We made them at the time as a group.
Yeah.
We had an incident today.
Oh guys, here's the incident. Okay, watch this. This is him in his car. Hold on.
We had an incident today.
All right. So this is the still image that we took to locate the case. Now, if you really want to know how we did this, I gotta put it in like really slow speed.
No, but it's
and then you guys will see different like identification marker on the building. So it's gonna be really slow. So we'll just talk over this. Okay, now watch as he pans the camera. Watch as he pans the camera. This is how we figured it out. Actually, we slowed it down just like this. He turns the camera,
and there's the building.
So you see the building there.
Oh, there it is.
Right, and then you see there's another building over here. Okay, so
you even see a little security camera right there. Look at that.
Yeah, there's exactly. So watch this now. Look at this transition because we found out where the place is based on these location markers. And watch this. This is it right here.
Here's the nursemaid's building. I talked to the attendant that's working inside the gas station at this moment. She did say that there was no reports made, and
look, you guys are gonna see cameras all over this building, by the way.
She had not heard anything about anybody being stabbed.
Oops, I guess we didn't show it in that one. There's an extended version of that, but you guys are gonna. There's cameras all around that area. He interviewed the clerk. No stabbing took place, and the police confirmed no stabbing. Nothing was reported. So he didn't hand any knife into the police. No one got arrested. right?
And this is an article of someone just saying that all outright, and it's the person who had emailed the police department.
Yeah. So let's see what Ali Dawa has to say about this. I think this is what he talks about, like, oh, this is why you guys should all be killed or something like that.
When I first heard this news, I wouldn't say.
Hey, has he got one of those? Has he got one of those 99 Names of Allah plugs over there?
Oh, right
that
there?
AP has? Yeah,
yeah, he does. Yeah,
that's similar to the one AP has.
It's one of the. It has like 99 Names of Allah on it.
Oh, written down on it?
Yeah, it's a zip plug.
Oh, what?
Emphasized it, but I knew it was coming.
It's the anti-zut.
Which again makes perfect sense why Allah, when Islam applies capital punishment to these individuals, because they would not leave the believers alone.
And then they call us terrorists. They call us names, but they're the ones that initiate.
Wait, so did you guys just catch what Ali Dawa just said? Watch this.
Which again makes perfect sense why Allah, when Islam applies capital punishment to these individuals, because they would not leave the believers alone.
So he's like, yeah, you guys should be killed for this, because you don't leave believers alone. So
yeah, we have to kill you all, because otherwise we'll fake hate crimes against ourselves. And that's why we have to kill you, because if we don't kill you, then we'll have to keep faking hate crimes against ourselves. Well, duh.
Yeah. Wow. So I don't know. Let's see. Is there anything else? Okay, so then there's a follow-up on this. Okay, a follow-up on this. So because Uthman saw this video. He saw this video, and so he actually responded to it.
Powerful.
And this is his response. We're not going to go through it all, but it says, "Police confirm arrest," because the previous video was police confirm no record of Uthman bin Farouk stabbing. This one, though, he titles it like similarly, "Police confirmed arrest." Okay, so now we clipped it and we made this video in response to that. So he responded. This is what he said. Remember, because he's like, said, "I filed a police report." The police said there's no report.
No need for all this, but these guys have to make up some kind of lies.
Yeah, we do.
Some way to try to discredit the amazing da'wah that's going on.
It's always about the it's always about the dawah. It's always about they're trying to discredit the dawah. Everything that happens, they're just trying to discredit the dawah.
Once again, if any real news organization does want to do an interview on this, I'm open. I have my paperwork. I will bring it. I will show the documentation, and we can do it. And alhamdulillah, I'll give you good news. Inshallah, we're working on a documentary that's going to be
Never came out.
on a big scale about da'wah and about my life. And we're going to have interviews with police officers, with people
Blurred out faces, police officers.
who were involved in this. Now, I'll give you a second piece of good news. Not only was a man arrested, but he confessed, and he threw a plea bargain. He took a sentence, and he's been arrested, and he's in jail. And from the San Diego County Court, I have paperwork about.
He's got blank pieces of paper in his hand.
Yeah, he doesn't show it.
Yeah, guys. So he's claiming he has paperwork from the courthouse, and he's claiming he has the police reports. Police say there's no reports. There's no record of this happening. Courts say there's no record of this happening. They have no reports. They had no arrest. None of that stuff. He's saying he's got all the paperwork there, and they're working on their documentary 3 years ago. 3 years ago, and it's all going to come out. And this guy took a plea bargain. Guys, do you have any idea what you'd be charged with for an Islamophobic hate crime in California?
Probably life.
That would be a huge issue. I mean, think about this. Back in the day, like someone would pull on a girl's hijab or something like that. Or I mean, matter of fact, in New York, it was a woman. A girl was basically, it turned out she was just late for getting home. And so she told her dad that a guy was harassing her on the train. And so this became a huge story. Oh my goodness, they're harassing a Muslim girl. And then it turned out she was lying. And then her father, as punishment, shaved her head, and because she came out bald and stuff. But there was another one where it was an amusement park, and they said she couldn't ride. They said a woman couldn't ride a roller coaster with a hijab on because that thing can fly off the tracks and like get tangled in something and so on. So, and this became this huge thing about how Islamophobic. Anytime there's anything that's even negative towards Muslims, it's international news. You're telling me a guy walked up and stabbed Sheikh Uthman and went to court, pled guilty, got locked up for it, and no one cares about reporting on this? Why? Because the moment any reporter who wants to look into this is going to contact the police department of the courts. The police department of the courts are going to go, there's nothing here. We have no record of any of this stuff. And then they just, oh, okay, it's a scam. And then they move on.
Wow. But if there was a court case and all that, wouldn't Sheikh Uthman have said, oh, there's a court date on this day, pray,
Come support, yeah.
pray for me. Muslims would be, in the gallery watching news, people.
Yeah, he would have been milking that a lot, right? And the guy's going to court. I'm going to court. He's going to plead guilty, so I may not even need to testify, but I'm going to go there to look him in the eyes and tell him, alhamdulillah, convert to Islam.
And yeah, very quick justice system as well. You guys have.
Yeah,
all that happened. Plea bargain.
By the way, side note, you can bring cameras into courts. They want to scan them and stuff like that to make sure you're not bringing in. But if you bring in cameras for journalistic purposes, you're allowed to do that. So why wouldn't you have gone in there, recorded this guy? My goodness, guys,
it's crazy. And I thought I remember hearing, but this guy they actually delete videos. I was trying to find a video that was related to this on his channel. Couldn't find it. I found it on some other channel that uploaded it, but I thought I remember him saying that not only did he he was planning to do dawah to this guy in prison,
he converted.
I thought I heard him say
I remember that too. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I don't know if it's on some deleted thing, but yeah. So he knows exactly who he is and knows the guy's name. Guy went to court, pleaded guilty, and converted to Islam because of the powerful dawah. Sad part is no one has a record of any of this happening except Sheikh Uthman and the papers in front of him.
Yeah, these blank papers. Right?
It sounds like a movie. Someone stabs you, you convert them from prison. That's
like legend status right there for dawah. This guy converted after stabbing me. I mean, we would be hearing about that all day, every day, and all of a sudden, after announcing his document, we don't hear a peep about it anymore. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, very weird. I'd expect Muslim to go visit this guy with camera, video camera, and listen to his testimony. But nothing's happened. We don't know who that guy is. This new Muslim.
Nope.
Not.
This is back when these types of videos were in style, where you did this kind of stuff. Now these are way out of style, but this is.
That's how long it took the documentary not to come.
Yeah, it was that long ago.
And from the San Diego County Court, I have
San Diego County Court.
Okay.
Paperwork about this.
He has paperwork from the San Diego County Court. All right.
What is this? The San Diego County Court. San Diego County District Attorney's Office.
This is the journalist, by the way, the guy who wrote that article.
Ahnaf Kalam. Our office.
Yep.
Okay.
Has not received this case for review from any law enforcement agency.
And who is that? San Diego County District Attorney's Office. Where he claims
lieutenant from the police department says we have no record of this, and yet there's supposedly police report and arrest records and all this stuff. The county San Diego County District Attorney's Office, we have no record of this at all. But Sheikh Uthman has the paperwork right there to prove all these guys are just lying. And it's really amazing. He can title that something like Sheikh Uthman proves that he was attacked and and his fans would go, wow, what powerful proof. He said he had papers in front of him. That's the proof. We've got all the proof we need. These Islamophobes who doubt, how can they doubt this? He has the paperwork right in front of him. He said so.
Yeah.
Gosh, they're stupid.
It's like when Muhammad was saying, I can see Jibreel in front of me. And Khadija was, taking off her clothes to make sure he's not a demon or whatever.
Yeah. Like, because the idea was that like, an angel wouldn't actually, an angel would disappear if she takes off her clothes,
and
right?
She did,
and she took off her clothes, and then
she's like, he's like, I don't see him anymore.
So she's like, oh, it must have been an angel then, because an angel wouldn't be in the presence of a woman who's getting undressed with her husband. And this is like the test that Muhammad convinced Muhammad that he was So
likewise, Shaykh Uthman, if he says he can see it, it's in front of him.
Yeah. There's a blank piece of paper here, and Muslims are like, "Didn't you guys see the blank piece of paper?" And now every Muslim's like, "I bear witness that there's a blank." That's how Islam started. Oh boy. So guys, that's who Uthman is. Maybe you got some people aren't familiar with that situation. Now you guys know where you got the nickname Shaykh Ibn Ketchup and Ibn Smollett. So
long before that, so he was the first nickname for him, I think, was Shaykh Ibn Fibbin, and that was just because he was an obvious liar, and even Muslims are calling out Muslims from different sects of Islam were calling him out for being a liar. And that's because I recall first hearing him called Shaykh Ibn Fibbin after he posted on his Twitter page that non-Muslims will be violently subjugated and enslaved and all that, but that took off. People screenshotted it and started sharing it. This is what Shaykh Uthman believes. And then, oh no, that wasn't me. That was one of my students. One of my students said it, and it was obvious he was just trying to cover. So anyway, lots of stuff like that. People started calling him Shaykh Ibn Fibbin, especially listening to the stuff he would say, and it's like he's obviously lying for dawah purposes. So there was that, and then it was Shaykh Ibn. Was he Shaykh Ibn Footnote or Shaykh Ibn Smollett and Ketchup first?
Oh, that's
the Shaykh Ibn Footnote. That's with God Logic. So was that before this or after this?
Oh, that's
I can't remember. I think the footnote came first.
Yeah, because I remember Anthony doing streams on him when he was like, he was saying like he was using the D-dot arguments like God has sons by the tons in the Bible. So I remember Anthony back then calling him Ibn Fibbin.
So Shaykh Ibn Fibbin, then he became then he became Shaykh Ibn Footnote, and if I recall, it was he said all prophets are messiahs or something like that.
Yeah,
and then,
that was. Yeah.
And then Avery said, "Can you give me a source?" And he said, "Come back, I'll give you the source." And then when Avery came back, he said, "Here's my source. Here's my source. Yes, it says it right here." And then you guys responded to all of that, saying it's a footnote, and then it's like a typo in a footnote, and he doesn't know it's a footnote, and he doesn't know Arabic well enough to know that that's just a typo, and so he became Shaykh Ibn Footnote after that. And then his former dawah buddy came out and said, "Hey, I sent him my." Then it was Shaykh Ibn Ketchup and Shaykh Ibn Smollett for faking a hate crime against himself. Then later on, one of his dawah buddies came out and said, I sent my wife to Shaykh Uthman for marital counseling, and he took her for himself, and now she's married to both of us, and so on. And there was just way more stuff that happened, like one of his other wives filing a restraining order against him because he can't be aroused unless he's choking her and so on. So he's one of these guys. And, so all that stuff. And now Shaykh Ibn, I don't know what we're going to call him for the fake debater, but this is wild stuff, man.
Yeah. By the way, I think I got that clip that you were referring to here. Wow, this is way back in the archives. Let me see if this is it that we're talking about. We're just kind of going at this blind here, but I think this is referring to the when he denied the Twitter was his.
Hello.
I wanted to ask Uthman something.
Oh,
hey, you Muslim?
How you doing?
So I saw Uthman's comment regarding the jizya on Twitter with this guy, and you mentioned that the people, if they do, he asked you a question, if the people do not pay the jizya, they should be enslaved. And you replied, you teach these sort of stuff in your lessons.
This would obviously be the perfect time for Shaykh Uthman to explain that he's not on social media and that it was a volunteer who posted that tweet. Go ahead and explain that for us, Shaykh.
So what happened is some dude on Twitter, some troll, I don't know who he is, but made a bunch of comments saying that I don't believe in jihad al-talab, and I've denied that there is jihad al-talab and this kind of things. And what I said is that I have clarified.
What I said is, right?
Did you catch that, guys? Why is that
what I said?
Did you catch that? So this guy asked him, hey, did you say that non-Muslims who refuse to pay jizya will be enslaved? And he asked him about his tweet. And he responds, what I said when I said that. So he's saying that he said that, but then it becomes much more popular. And then he says, no, I never said that. This was one of my students.
Yeah,
and then they even changed the name of it's right now. It's called Students of Shaykh Uthman.
Yeah.
All just to pretend that he never sent that tweet. And, by the way, isn't that amazing? You can actually catch him. Yeah, what I meant. Yeah, when I posted that, because I'm in this discussion when I posted that, and then a month later he could say, no, I never said that. I never said that. That was a student. That was a student.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think this is what he denies it here.
I had given up all my social media, right, which I did not respond to that personally.
I did not respond to that personally. What's this?
Wasn't me. So that.
Hold on a second.
Shaggy.
All my social media, right, which I did not respond to that personally. Wasn't me. So that tweet was not from me personally. Wasn't me. Somebody who volunteered to take care of the Twitter account made that post. Wasn't me.
Apparently, Shaykh Uthman is his own volunteer. But please, keep explaining what happened, Shaykh Uthman.
People have misconstrued that by cutting off the top part of the commentary to say that I believe in things that wouldn't be necessarily what I do believe in. What I believe in is clear. I believe in the Quran and Hadith and Bab al-Jihad, including Jihad al-Difa', which is defensive jihad, and Jihad al-Talab, and how the rules and regulations of those work. We have durus, and we're going to have Imdad al-Mustaqni', and which is what I said in in the part of the comments that people.
Which is what I said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is what I said in those part of the comments. So anyway, guys, this is just to show you guys. I mean, wow, this is way back in the archives, but yeah, guys, this guy's a liar, been a liar for a long time.
It's funny that
from Lying Land.
He translates jihad al-difa', the defensive jihad, but he doesn't translate jihad al-talab.
Yeah, that's right. He leaves it in Arabic,
which means offensive jihad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, and I found out back then, like how stupid his followers, or the fact that they just don't care. You can actually show the tweet. You can actually show them the tweet. Look, here's him saying that non-Muslims who refuse to pay jizya will be enslaved, and then you can show them Shaykh Uthman saying, yeah, when I said that, it was part of a conversation. So we're having a discussion, and his original complaint was, you're just leaving out the context of our discussion. If you looked at the context, you would say that it's not as bad when I said that non-Muslims have to be enslaved. Then everyone started sharing the tweet and so on, and that's when I actually asked him, and no, that was a volunteer. It was a volunteer. One of my students, he volunteered. You can point all that out to a Shaykh Uthman follower. Either they're too stupid to even understand what you're saying, me no understand what you say, or they just don't care. They understand that lying is part of da'wah, and they just don't care. And what's the result? Well, what the result, I mean, keep fast forwarding how bad this gets. So that's just him lying back then about what, something he tweeted and about what his views are, because then everyone's calling him out for his views. So back then it's just lying. They don't care. What's that? What message does that send him? Your fans don't care. You can do whatever you want. And then now I can lie about all prophets being messiahs, and I can lie. Keep in mind what his actual intention there was. It's just, hey, if I bring an Arabic book and Avery's here, Avery's not going to know any better, so I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
And it gets exposed. Do his fans care? Not even slightly. Then you've got him faking a hate crime. That all is obviously fake. And I mean, think, even after it gets exposed, no police report, and the courts have no record of this. He's sitting there saying this guy's in prison and converted to Islam and all this stuff. No record of any of this. How many of his fans care at all? Zero. They do not care. And then it's to the point where he can take one of his Dawa buddies' wives, bang her, and take her for himself. His fans do not care. And then it can get exposed that he's like an Andrew Tate type who has to be choking a woman, has to be getting violent with her in order to be aroused. And they don't care. They just do not care. And this is the environment they've created. And what is the result of all of this? Muslims, what is the result of all of this? Of you sending a message to your Dawah guys for years that it does not matter what they do. What's the result? You just found out from a leak. All these guys are running around, in their words, smashing hoes, running trains on girls that they pick up at the club, multiple Dawah guys in a room, all banging the same girl, running a train on her, doing three-ways. You got the Warner in there, sometimes joining in, sometimes just, he also likes to watch these other guys. This all gets exposed. None of their fans care at all. They just don't care. But guess what? That's what Dawah is now, and it's getting exposed left and right. Muhammad hijab getting exposed, and how are they reacting to all of this? Well, we're challenging everyone to debate. Yeah, look, everyone's running from us, except no one's running from you at all. But it's all just a show. And like, guys, do you realize that Dawah is just like becoming a complete joke, and that it's you Dawah fans who are responsible? Because if it was clear that this is not acceptable in Islam, and that once a Dawah guy is exposed for lying, for taking someone's wife, for smashing hoes, for running trains on, for taking Dawah money, Dawah donations, and using them for drugs, if you guys made it clear that this is not acceptable, these guys would not be your heroes of Dawah. When you make it clear to them, which is exactly what you do, that they can get away with anything, including apparently murder.
Yeah. Wow.
Apparently murder. They can even literally get away with murder and not be exposed. You reap what you sow, guys. You reap what you sow. And you're wondering why Dawah is collapsing all around you. And my goodness, you have no clue what's in store for 2026 now that you guys have created this.
Well, if someone is a murderer, you don't invite them on a live to debate. You tell the police about them. Go tell the police in Mexico what you know. What do you mean, come debate?
Maybe
I don't understand.
Maybe he's got something that he wants to, throw him off with, but doesn't have enough evidence to prove it. But I don't know.
You still tell the police though.
Maybe he has, but I don't know how that stuff works. I don't know what he has. But Abu Anan was the guy who at least publicized the documents of the restraining order. So it seems to be like he'll say something about Uthman and then give evidence for it. So maybe there'll be something that comes out of this. But yeah, I agree. It should go to the police if he has evidence that, could, help, figure out what happened to his stepfather if he was murdered. So yeah, crazy Islam. Islam influence worse than demonic.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Islam's influence is worse than demonic, not Muslims. Okay. All right. This was in response to that.
Yeah, that was from earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, earlier. Okay. Thank you for that.
Dawah troll, not about Uthman. Well, maybe related. Did you see Dean crying about David Wood? Then Thaddeus called him out on IP stream, started the year great.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I heard IP said Dean was saying everyone needs to dissociate from David because he ripped the Quran, and I said, tell him to explain why that's wrong to my face like a man. Get us both on there. Not aware of this happening, but I said, hey, Dean wants to explain to me why this is a problem or why I shouldn't do that. Then be a man, stop going around whining about me, and tell me why it's wrong. Because, I mean, look at this. It's guys can be going around smashing hoes. You don't care. People can be lying left and right. You don't care. People can be taking Dawah donations, using them for drugs. They can do all of that. And you guys don't care. And then, but someone disrespected our book. If your book causes you guys to think all of this behavior is totally acceptable and normal, we got a problem with your book, buddy. And no, we don't respect it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't say your name, but thank you. Is it plausible to think the Christians on Uthman's stream were commissioned? Others tried joining and couldn't, and they converted from really bad arguments.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I didn't watch
but
it either.
I heard they all said, "Oh yes, Christians are on there and they're converting." Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I would regard that as obvious plants. They could prove me wrong. It's always possible, and so on. There are stupid people who fall for stupid things, but given that it's Shaykh Uthman who fakes hate crimes against himself and constantly lies, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe any of those guys. I mean, those guys are all liars, and even according to Muslims like Central and Libiano, these guys are like not to be trusted at all, even by Muslims. So I got a super sticker here. Thank you so much for that. God bless you.
Dominic Powell says,
Wait, there was no baby oil on the night of Azut. Yeah. God bless you, David John Jersey. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So
be careful in Nigeria saying that stuff, man.
So I was thinking, you know how the Warner wanted the Illuminati to do that stuff to him to get power? Maybe he was following the Sunnah that Muhammad was letting the jinns do that to him to get power over Arabia, and that's why he was reciting to them. So I thought to let yourself be violated for power, because he did get power in the end, and there may have been a demonic contract.
In the end, in his end.
Noradine isn't something I made up. It's documented psychological phenomenon. I'm using it as an illustration of how demons can manipulate someone's mind to deny him information. Yeah, there's demonic influence, but everyone has free will. Everyone has free will. You can look it up online. Yep, thank you for that. We agree that demons can influence people, but at the end of the day, people have free will. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 says that no temptation has come. There's no temptation has come unto man except
what is common. No temptation has come upon you except what is common to man. Yeah.
Thank you. Got tongue twisted with that one. Yeah. So and that God gives them a way out. God gives them a way out. So every temptation that you have, there's a way out. We have free will. So yeah. Shaykh Ibn Barker Uthman. Yeah, that's his one of his new nicknames that he got today. Barker. According to Dr. J. Smith, Muhammad does exist.
He does exist.
Yeah, we've done streams on that. Responding to that. Actually, we responded to arguments that he raised about that. But David has actually debated him on the topic of whether Muhammad existed or not. Potato sandwich, guys, it's not his fault. The stabber obviously hit the bottle of ketchup he was carrying inside his stove. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he hit the bottle of ketchup, and that's what made it splatter. Huh. Good theory.
A Sound Harbor official just tuned in and saw the image, thinking, "What happened?" A few seconds later, I realized this Hollywood.
Basically.
Sorry, the wood.
Dawood.
Oh, Dawood.
That's not Hollywood. It's Dawood.
Dawood.
All right. Thank you.
That is
we're gonna have to start using that for all this stuff, because think, guys, if Dawa's imploding and becoming massively discredited, and they're all still fighting for attention, you're gonna get more of that in 2026.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see a lot of Dawa fallouts, because these guys are all egotistical, just out for themselves, out for their name. It was actually funny that first call that you guys that happened on that stream where it was Uthman and Libiano. You could tell that Libiano wanted to take the reins and take the call, and then Uthman jumped in, and like they were kind of like there was a clear like not sure how this is gonna go. Who's the one that's got the control kind of thing, and Uthman dominated Libiano in that one, and then he allowed Libiano to answer. But you just give these guys enough time with each other, and it's just like a ticking time bomb. It's gonna explode. And
wait, Libiano. Didn't Malik say that the Warner initiated Libiano and then got him into the same lifestyle that the rest of them were in?
Yes.
Interesting.
The same one.
Apparently that's how things work, guys. And seriously, I mean, this is a criminal thing, right? If you got someone like joining your gang and stuff like that, you want them committing some crimes, and that way they can't ever just be little goody two shoes and snitch on everyone else around them. And so you want everyone guilty of serious things, so that no one can ever come forward and snitch on everyone else, because they don't want to get in trouble either. But I mean, think about this: if you're a new Dawa guy on the scene and you're going to start rolling with these guys, they have to get you drinking and getting high and smashing hoes and running trains and probably getting this stuff on video, so that you know that you can never expose this stuff. So they want you on board. Apparently that's how it works, guys. And that's not based on us. That Malik said that you're a new Dawa guy. They get you to do this stuff. They get you involved in the same things. And that's probably why you have to do the same things. They don't want some really good guy going along with them, some sincere Dawa guy. I want to reach people for Islam. They don't want someone like that on there who's just interested in spreading Islam, because that's the sort of person who'll find out what's going on and call them all out and expose them. So you got to make them do it too.
Wow,
and
so
that's probably part of the reason why the Warner thinks that your initiation into something is taking it up the butt.
Oh, that's where you got it from. So it's like a mafia, basically.
So it sounds like.
Wow.
Was this Uthman? Was that in the train ride with the other Dawa guys in Bosnia doing ding dong? Womanizer like that of the cult leader, also done also to each other. That's the guy that Malik was saying, I don't have anything to say about Uthman unless
somebody crosses
he
him.
says something about me first or something like that. Unless someone crosses him. So that tells me that he's got dirt on Uthman. He just give him opportunity and he'll sing like a birdie.
I can't wait.
Isn't impersonating a police officer a felony? I think this goes back to the Adam Salah thing, like that having an actor. I think there must be.
You're allowed to make a skit or something like that, because the guy wasn't actually impersonating a police officer. He's in what is a skit, right? They just claimed it's real. So yeah, impersonating a police officer. If I pull you over on the street and I say, I'm a police officer, give me your license and registration, that's impersonating a police officer. No, you can act and pretend to be a police officer for like videos or movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like for instance, we've wanted to record for years, never got around to it, but we want to record for years To Catch a Prophet, based on the Chris Hansen show, To Catch a Predator and so on. And so we wanted Muhammad showing up to one of these things. We wanted like police to beat the crap out of him later and so on. So we'll have people pretending to be police for that. And no, we won't get in any trouble for it.
Oh, that would be hilarious. And I think that if you ever to redo Islamicize Me, that the backpack can it's like now ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT, show us. Yeah, there you go.
And you could have like a Lily J voice. That'd be funny. Should we make a poll on Jai and DOC age before they reveal themselves? Jai 26, DOC 24. Thanks for your work. Oh, hi David. God bless the three of you and the chats.
I have eternal life. I don't have an age.
Nice. Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah, you guys can start a poll and think of, anything that you guys want to guess. You're free to do.
Coltrane says, did you all see Algeria demanding reparations from France? Like Algeria didn't enslave Europeans for hundreds of years, and their ancestors didn't mass murder non-Muslims for centuries. Hypocrisy is real.
Yes, hypocrisy is real.
Yeah, reparations.
Yeah.
Then they need to give reparations to Africa from all that good oil money for all the things that they did to them for 1,300 years.
Yeah.
I mean, those Gulf states should be given reparations for 14 centuries of enslaving, taking the slaves out and bringing them over to Arabia, castrating them.
Right. And it wasn't even that long ago that it stopped.
Yeah.
Chicken grease. Halali Wood Productions presents Al Hines all shook up the Caliph of Catch-Up story.
It's a good one.
That'll be the Dawa documentary about the life story of Sheikh Uthman.
Al Hines, yeah.
Al Hines. Shaykh Ibn Farfour.
Yeah, it's another one.
Ibn Farfour, yep. Sunni Smollett, condolences to the tomatoes slain. Yes.
Yeah, what a waste.
Those poor little tomatoes.
What a waste of
They did
tomatoes.
nothing wrong. The Quran is Timu.
Timu Bible summary.
It's worse. It's worse than that. Actually.
Yeah, way worse. And demonic. They killed a teacher in France by jihadis. A Muslim girl lied about a teacher. Now truth came out, but still jihadi France had still jihadi chance, no charges against the girl. Oh, is that the teacher that got killed, and that was over a lie? That was over a lie that she told?
Yeah, she said, and he's showing us cartoons of Muhammad and blah, blah, blah. And then someone actually kills the teacher, and then she confesses later, no, I just made it up.
Oh.
No charges against her.
Wow.
Sounds like something that would happen in Europe.
Here it says, I can't help but think of the scene from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when Marcus Brody turns up and meets up with Salah, and they are confronted.
In the movie, it's Salah.
Oh, Salah. Okay.
And they're confronted by two Germans.
Yeah, that's part 1.
And then part 2, then they ask for their papers, to which Salah replied, papers? I have papers, Egyptian Times. Very good paper.
Yeah, Marcus Brody goes to Egypt, and then he meets up with Sulla, one of Indiana Jones' old buddies and stuff. But the Germans are there, and they say, hey, can we see your papers? And Sulla goes, oh, papers, yes, got it right here. It's a newspaper. They want their paper, the documents and stuff. Oh, papers right here. And he holds it up, and then he punches the guy through the paper.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Hi, JIDRC and David Wood. Thanks for giving us so much material. I hope the honest Muslims will turn to Jesus. Yes, amen. Keep up the good work. I'll be watching all of you guys in 2026 because 2025 is just the start. God bless. Yeah, guys.
Just the start. Yep. It's true, guys. And it was just amazing that Thaddeus pointed out what I said at the end of 2024. So the plan was to go through our end of year live stream from 2024 and find our predictions. But I was getting other stuff ready, so I didn't have time to go through that. But Thaddeus pointed out what I said at the end of 2024, that my statement and my prediction was, I said, after we recapped all the epic Dawa fails of 2024, I said, I don't see how it can get any worse, but I believe it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse in 2025. And my goodness, did it get worse in 2025. But it's kind of similar now. Like, how can it possibly get worse after 2025? Don't worry, they'll find a way.
Yeah, Abu Anan comes out. He's like, did you guys know that Uthman also has bodies in Mexico? It's like, what?
Yeah, literal bodies in Mexico.
Yeah, murdered his stepdad in Mexico? What about that, Sheikh Uthman? Let's talk.
Oh, man.
But it never bothered him until his wife was taken to bed.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
Right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
He knew that.
Yeah, probably. He probably did.
And he walked around with him.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, it's like Malik, right? It's, he knows all this stuff's going on behind the scenes, but it's not until something is directed at him. That's when it's time to speak out.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Still zooting. Good work. Applause from Belgium. Thank you so much. God bless you. Our friends, Noradine, David, what do you... Oh, okay, so... I think we already addressed this. We agree that demons can influence people, but we have free will.
But what do you think, though? What do you think,
though? David, what do you think, though?
Tell me what you think.
Yeah, so I think we already addressed that one. David Wood, can you put Al Zoot behind you and move on?
No, don't put them behind you, whatever you do.
I ain't trusting those dudes.
No. Hey, it's Mrs. Friendly Ex-Muslim.
Hello, how are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you sent me a couple, Mrs. Friendly Ex-Muslim, you sent me some questions back in the day, but it was at a time when I was refusing to answer. I get a, this happens multiple times per year, and it's with emails, and it's with, what else is it with? It's definitely with emails, and it's, yeah, I'll get to where I have to, I will ignore my phone for months unless it's an emergency, and I will ignore emails for a while and stuff like that when it's, hang on, let me check. I'll give you the official update right here. Let me see. I have 220,082 unread messages in my email. I'll go on and I'll see a ton of messages and stuff, and okay, I'm ignoring this for a while. I can't deal with it right now. So anyway, yeah, I will. Sorry about that. I always have to apologize after. It was the same thing. Raymond Ibrahim was messaging me. I was like, I'm not dealing with my phone right now. I can't take it. I don't know why, but tons of messages, they make me go. It's weird because you can respond to a couple and stuff like that, but I look at it and it's like, there's no way to respond to these, so I will just ignore it. And yeah. So anyway, then I eventually get to where I go back through the messages.
200 and how many thousand?
No, 2,000.
Oh,
220,000.
220,082.
Those are unread messages.
Yeah, I feel really bad now for.
We sent you emails.
No. Well, yeah, we sent you emails, but I feel really bad for thinking that I was getting overwhelmed with emails when I had like 10 emails. Well, I had like 10 emails one week, and I was like, how am I going to respond to all these emails? And you're like, oh, I got 200,000.
Yeah, no, it kind of sucks because lots of them are like, hey, I've got a friend and I don't know how to answer this question and stuff, but it will be like 50 to 100 of those a day. And it's like, I can't, I'll just get to a point where it's like, okay, if I even try to respond to a fraction of these, I can't make a video. I need to make a video. So I will just, that's, Nabil told me years ago, he said, you need to hire an assistant. They're not that expensive because they don't need to, they can be somewhere else. Someone to go through and like prioritize and say, okay, if you have time to respond to 2, here are the 2. If you have time to respond to 5, here are the 5 and stuff like that. But yeah, I realize I don't trust people enough to say, hey, you make the decision on what I have to respond to. So I never actually went through with that. But he did. He had an assistant to go through all this stuff and then say, hey, here's the stuff you definitely need to respond to.
So that is a solution. But yeah, something that we don't need to worry about. I was like, 1 week I was like, 10 emails, and now I'm hearing 200,000. Okay, so wow. All right, so Mrs. Friendly Ex-Muslim says, did you guys see Salman's latest video about Omar Suleiman plagiarizing his PhD dissertation?
Yeah, we saw.
Yes, and I saw also Daniel posting about it too, believe it or not. I think there's like a website he was posting, and it gave like some more details as to what was going on there. That, by the way, not related to a PhD, but for a master's thesis, Uthman ibn Farouk did the same thing.
Yeah, he plagiarized from, and we found it word for word.
Because it was in Arabic.
Yeah, and the dissertation was about something stupid like the headgear, the imma, that they wear.
Yeah.
And it was word for word from
a
book, or
encyclopedia or something like that. Yeah,
encyclopedia, and he wrote it like as if he wrote it like from his brain.
We thought it was super weird because, first of all, it was in Arabic.
And it was like, and this poem, it demonstrates this. And I'm like, this sounds familiar. I looked, and it was in some encyclopedia.
It was copy paste. So not a PhD, but it was like his master's thesis. And but that was like in University of like Islamabad or something like that.
Where you just give someone, £10 and you buy your degree.
Yeah. So this Omar Suleiman would be, definitely a higher offense here. You know anything about that, David? You see that one? Or
I heard about it. I haven't watched it yet. Maybe we need to check it. I kind of don't care as much about like like if these guys all believe that scamming people and lying and all this stuff. It's like, what do you think they're going to do in a doctoral dissertation? Not surprising there at all. I know someone who read that book that they came out with. That Dawa book on Abraham Fulfilled, where they tried to make an actual like really in-depth defense of Muhammad and the Bible. Someone said these guys are plagiarizing left and right. They're just cutting and pasting stuff from all over the place. So yeah, that's a big issue. Anyone want to check out my doctoral dissertation and find one sentence I plagiarized? Huh?
Yeah, check it out, guys.
Yeah, you see what an actual non-plagiarized dissertation looks like. It is creepy though, because now people don't even have to plagiarize. They can have Chat GPT write crap for them. So it's pretty creepy. I don't even know how that's going to work in the future.
Yeah, and so they try to have a way to, so they use like a Chat GPT to try to recognize if it's Chat GPT, but then Chat GPT can also write in a way where it's not recognized by other Chat GPTs. So
like
it's gonna be like this endless loop of like like the university is just like making you like handwrite stuff. They're gonna like make you handwrite stuff from now on.
I would like lock you in a room, in an exam room, take all your phones.
Oh, okay.
And say write it from memory.
Yeah.
Yep.
And see what happens.
Yeah. I was a champion at catching students when I was teaching at Fordham. I taught philosophy of human nature and philosophical ethics, and I was really good at catching people who play, because I pick up on writing styles. So I'm sitting there reading your introduction and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I'll get to the middle of the paper and I'll just pick, this sounds like a different person writing, and then I would type a portion of the part that sounded like a different person and put it into Google, and an article would pop up by someone else, and it's like, all right, meet me in my office.
Wow.
Meet me in my office, and you'd better fess up when I bring it up to you, and then I'm just gonna, because then I would just give you a 0 for the paper, and if you didn't fess up, and then I would bring in the other people.
So we gotta get you. We gotta do something about the Quran, like with that. We need your brain on that, because in Arabic, that's what the Quran is like. Where it's like some parts are like kind of poetic, and then other parts are just like it's like a first grader.
Person,
yeah. And so so yeah, that would be interesting to kind of plug in different ideas how to go about that, because there have been studies on that. Like I think it's like a stylistic analysis or something like that, and there have been studies done. And some people still say like, oh, it looks like the same author, but then there are others who theorize, no, actually it looks like there's multiple like, authors here, multiple writers or multiple pens. But it'd be interesting to go through that one day. So, all right. Oh, by the way, one more thing about Behind Veils or Salman, we're still waiting for that Diddy list.
Yeah, 75.
Yeah. Dawa guys, new ChatGPT, Azut. Yes, Azut.
Papers, please. Rolling or reading?
We know what the Warner would pick.
Yeah.
He's not reading.
Yeah. Uthman's like, okay, Warner, I'm done with the papers now. He's like, okay, nice. He's going to go use some Quran money to smoke them with.
I have a grandfather's that was stabbed in the belly and his intestines came out of the wound. Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
That was a fairly common feature of crucifixion as well, from the lashing. Yeah, guys, the only thing that's holding your intestines in is some skin and muscle and stuff like that. And if you stab through it, then stuff can start spilling out. But yeah, it was reported that people during the beating, people during the lashing, they called it the half death because people would be half dead by the time they finished. But I think it's something like a quarter of people who died during crucifixion actually died during the beating. Like they bled out and their intestines spilled out and stuff like that. And then they would like nail them to a cross anyway and stuff like that. But it's something like a quarter of people would just die from the beating.
Wow.
Man, it's rough. So Uthman wants us to believe that like he's got like...
They drove to the hospital, picked up his son, got stitched up all in one day.
Yeah.
An abdominal wound.
To be fair,
to
be fair, I could definitely do all that with a little bit of fake blood on me.
A little bit of fake blood on you?
That's true.
Yeah. It's possible.
Could you all speak on the word kawaib
and
atraban, please?
Oh, yeah. David did a whole video on that.
I'm an expert on the word kawaib.
Yeah, he did a whole video. Guys, the video on responding to Daniel and all the Dawa guys about what's the definition of pedophilia and things like that. That video completely exposes the Islamic paradise as a pedophilia ring. So
yeah, so go to that video. David talks about the word kawaib. Yeah, go on, David.
Oh, I have a shorter one that I just posted. What was it, yesterday morning or something like that?
Oh yeah, the Epstein one. Epstein.
Yeah, then I noticed people weren't getting it in their recommendations. Apparently, if you put Epstein Island in your title, and then YouTube kind of suppresses it because they view it as talking about messed up pervy stuff. So tons of people said they weren't getting notifications, or it was really. So anyway, the video, you'll have to look up the video.
Yes.
Yeah, check it out.
But that's a shorter one. But I go through Islam QA and stuff like that, and what they say about Kawab.
Yep. So that's Kawab. Atraban just means of similar age. Mrs. Friendly ex-Muslim again. Huda. It's okay, David. You're busy showing us the proof about Islam. That's me, but on a much smaller scale as well. I ignore my phone to a degree, or else nothing will get done.
It happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
It does.
Oh, this guy. Come on, man.
Why do you ignore the phenomenon of inattentional blindness?
We don't ignore it.
Why do you ignore our response to your phenomenons?
But thank you for all of the mad support.
Yeah, all that money, Nordine. I feel bad taking it.
All that mad support. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Nordine, what you want to do, seriously, what you want to do is occasionally bring it up at the right time, and not just constantly bring it up at the wrong time. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah. Read the room. Read the room.
Read the room, yeah.
Miss Friendly ex-Muslim. Also about Uthman. Look at the steering wheel. Any blood? Nope. Only on his shirt. Cleanest stabbing I've ever seen. No blood on the windows. And nothing. I would say look at his hand as well. I'm sure lots of people would know what blood on the hand looks like. You ever seen this bright red?
Yeah, I think the idea there is he gets stabbed outside of the car. So he would be like holding his wound, and that would be this, he'd have blood all over him. Well, guess what? Now you're getting into your car and stuff like that. There's going to be, you'd be, if you just got stabbed and you're still leaking blood and you're holding your wound and stuff like that, probably going to be blood all over everything in your car that you're touching and stuff anyway. But anyway, you could tell from the fake blood. If you've ever seen fake blood and real blood, then you can tell from that. You can tell from the close-up of the picture where you actually see spray marks, which is not what blood leaking out of your clothes looks like. Apparently, he was standing on his head when he got stabbed because the blood ran upward, not downward. And then on top of all that is, even if you thought, okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, he lied about everything after that. Police report, court, all this stuff. And so how do you take anything this guy says seriously?
Yeah, this is a good point. Like he claims he grabbed the knife.
Mm-hmm.
He grabbed the knife.
I wrestled the knife out of his hand after he stabbed me.
And his hand is perfectly intact. No cuts on his hand at all. But he grabbed the knife. I mean, I'm assuming he must have at least swiped his hand on the blade, right? If you're wrestling a knife out of someone's hand,
that's the thing. If someone has a knife in their hand, they have the handle. The handle is in their hand. The blade.
Look at his shirt.
Yeah.
Perfectly ironed. Where's the crease when the knife went in?
It's supposed to be down here, right?
Where is
it would have to be, because you don't see it higher up, so it would have to be down there. So that would be because you don't see a puncture. You don't see a puncture higher up, which means that somehow the blood ran upwards and left spatter marks all outside of him.
Yeah. So he wrestled the knife out of the guy's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like David said, the guy's holding the handle.
If you got the handle, the only thing you can grab is the blade, unless you beat the crap out of the guy and hold him down until he releases it or something like that. But that's pretty hard to do. Yeah, I've never been stabbed, but I mean, my dad was stabbed. My mom's the dad of my brothers was stabbed multiple times. But yeah. I was locked up with guys who had stab wounds all over them and stuff like that. That's just not how things work. It's basically like self-defense classes where it's, I'm going to do this and I'm going to grab you by the wrist and I'm going to do this. And so on, actual people who, even well-trained people say, you're going to get cut. You're going to get cut a bunch of times if you're in a knife fight. It's what they train you in is not hitting anything vital, right? So it's understood. Yeah, you're going to get cut all up on your arms and stuff like this as you're going after this guy and trying to pin his arm or whatever you're doing. You're going to get all sorts of cut up. You need to practice so that they don't hit you in your neck. They don't hit you in any arteries and stuff like that. And, whatever cuts you get on, you just want them to be on like non-vital areas and so on. But yeah, if someone's got a knife and it's coming at you, bad situation. They've got the handle. All you can grab is the blade, in which case you're going to get, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Friendly Ex-Muslim, for all the super chats as well. Someone says, yeah, what I heard is you don't win a knife fight, you survive it. Yeah. He definitely faked that one. All right. We got one here. I'm setting up church this morning, and while getting communion ready, the juice spilt on me. Where is Uthman hijab to condemn this crime? Yeah.
Yep, you should have posted that horrible hate crime.
Yeah. Oh man.
In Torment of the Grave, do you think you're barter with angels and get the beating all at once, or would it happen every day until you've paid? Asking for a friend. Every day until you've paid. And tell your friend.
And don't forget, most of the punishment of the grave is for urinating improperly.
Yes.
According to Muhammad. Muhammad said most of the punishment of the grave, you being tortured in your grave, most of it is for not peeing while squatting.
Oh yeah, we were rewatching Islamicize Me. That was like a first episode or something. And yep. So learn to pee properly, squatting down.
Yeah.
Because of Muhammad saying that's what's most important as far as not being punished in the grave. It's like, oh, it's pretty high on Allah's list of priorities, squatting while peeing.
But I have a theory. I'm gonna try and be as modest as possible while saying it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I want to see if your theory matches my theory and Mary Harb's theory.
Okay, you say it first then, so she doesn't have to say it.
If this ties into other things, like Muhammad not harming Aisha when he had sex with her, even though
you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, that's a problem.
He will have to squat not to get urine on himself.
Yeah, it's called micro PP. Yeah. Mary is apparently assembling a variety of sources to actually make a case for that.
Wow.
It explains a lot. It explains a lot of things apparently.
Wow.
And also I could toss in there, I don't know if she'll put this on her list. She's talking about the hadith, but also like Muhammad insisting that no one marries his wives after him and so on. It's like, I want people out there talking.
But wouldn't he have avoided marrying widows or women who have had other husbands? Because,
I guess so. They'd be able to compare, but they wouldn't be talking later on because they're not married to anyone else.
Or they get killed maybe.
Yeah, and they're not allowed to be married. Yeah. So that's the theory, guys. I saw the video. That's why I want to know more regarding translation choices made. I did a bit of research. I'm fascinated. Need all the ammo.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently, if you just take the word, Ka'ib, and then so in the Quran, Kawa'ib, there are people, if you're talking about the breasts, then you can translate that as swelling breasts or budding breasts or something like that. But then you've got the Muslim commentators who say, no, that's actually a term for a stage of development.
Mm-hmm.
It's the budding breast stage. So, yep.
Yeah. So that's what it means. I'm not sure what else we could add. But if you have like a specific, I don't know, maybe like Reddit, or like you send us an email or a comment below and like the comments, so we can like address your specific question there, because that's why people translate the way they do. Like David showed in the video how there's like all these different translations and why they translate it in different ways.
And it's interesting how it kind of comes up is that a Muslim is asking, hey, why is our Quran describing, breasts that we get in paradise. Isn't that kind of like a little too graphic to be describing the breasts? And so they're trying to defend against that. And so, hey, we'll show you all these Muslim scholars who said it's actually a stage of development, and that there's all these different stages of development, and that stage is where the breasts just start developing. So Tanner stage 2. And so they're explaining, hey, don't think that the Quran is graphic and describing a woman's breast. It's really not about that. It's about this. And then they make it a paradise of deflowering Tanner stage 2 girls for eternity. It's like, oh, I don't think that's better, guys. I don't think that's better at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called breast buds. That's when a young girl is just starting to get breasts, usually around age 9. Very, very young these girls are in paradise.
Wow.
Very problematic.
Extremely pedophile. Yeah, Epstein Island stuff.
I think that's even too young for Epstein. I think his youngest victim was like maybe 15, 14.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're basically grandmas by Islamic standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aisha's Muslima suffering is about satisfaction. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I mean that's not what she was talking about, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, so guys, those are all the super chats, and this is the challenge, the announcement rather, the calling out of Uthman bin Farouk. He's been running for too long. He's been running.
Yep.
He's a hater, a Christophobe, and we're calling out all the Christophobes.
Yeah, come on Thursday.
Come on Thursday.
Be there or be square.
Yep. So Shaykh Uthman's going to join us on Thursday for a discussion about the Islamic dilemma. Definitely not going to run, because then all his fans will know he's a coward. So tune in. Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be live with Shaykh Uthman.
That's right. I'm going to put a link in the chat, guys. Fearless Truth. Nick is live. So if you guys want to go over there and raid his channel, send him some love, let him know that we all sent him. Jai DOC and David sent you all over there. You guys can go over there, support him, check him out. He's probably debating some Muslims right now. He gets a lot of Muslims. He does like TikTok call-in streams, and so he's always getting a lot of Muslims. So really, really fun to watch. And he's very knowledgeable on the doctrine of the Trinity. Very knowledgeable on the doctrine of the Trinity. So you guys want to check that out? Oh, one last super chat came in. The hadith is about her husband not performing. Yeah. Oh,
really?
We got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's initially what the complaint was about, right? But what Aisha was talking about was like, the green skin. But yeah, you got a good point there about the overall complaint.
I never read it like that.
Yeah. You can, I have to say, you can read it like that.
Yeah. So
just to be clear, everyone. So Aisha, this is Sahih al-Bukhari, I think 5825. But Aisha comes up to Muhammad with a woman who'd been beaten until her skin turns green. And Aisha says, I haven't seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. But if you keep reading, her complaint about her husband was that he's impotent and can't satisfy her. And so it's being pointed out that it might not be, oh, look how we're suffering because our husbands are beating us. It's look at how we're suffering from our husbands not being able to satisfy us.
Oh, man.
And the beating is just a byproduct of that, because we can't help complaining that our husbands can't satisfy us and so on. And so Aisha would have known what that's about.
Wow. Interesting interpretation there. Good one. Joke's on y'all. Uthman can't run if he's wounded. Oh, he can drive and pick up his son from school and do all that.
And turn up the next day, say, I'm right here. Come at me.
Yeah. All right, guys. So link is pinned. Go check out. Someone is here from Fearless Truth. Oh, is he rating us too?
No.
Wait.
Well, you need to go back to him because we're about to end here.
Is that what just happened? Did he like that'd be hilarious?
He sent them back. He said, no, go back.
But yeah, guys, go over there, check them out, and subscribe, show some love, hit the like button, and let them know that Jai DOC and David Wood sent you over. All right, guys. So
it may be why Muhammad never had no children with so many women for so many years.
That's
right.
Could be. All right, guys. So Thursday, Uthman on David Wood's channel. That is the challenge. Let's see if he shows.
Oh, he'll show.
He has to. It's the rules. All right, guys. God bless you, and Jesus Lord.
Amen.